lip addicts are here.
Usually Bill is upset, but if I may today.
I'm not upset at all.
Usually you have a quibble with
I have no quibble at all. None at all. I would point out that it's Yanni's birthday today. I would also point out that it's Run's birthday today.
Well,
I nearly
that's
did.
what I was going to.
I nearly did.
I would point out that it's Travis Barker's birthday today.
That's why.
So tell me. I don't, because I'm not familiar with that song.
Well, Travis Barker, the drummer from Blink-182.
Yeah.
He's also in the Transplants. And I think you hear enough Blink-182 on this station.
Yeah, so. I don't know that. I don't know that song at all. The one you just played, and I really liked it a lot, a tremendous amount. It's also Freddie's birthday today.
Freddie
and the Dreamers. And it's a Styx birthdays today. One of the
a stick.
One of the Styx. Of the many. It's a Supreme's birthday today. And it's a very interesting person's birthday today too. It's Walter Carlos's birthday.
Who dat?
Who became Wendy Carlos. Wendy and Walter, you know that story? Had it was an electronic musician. Walter Carlos had a huge hit song, doing electronic classical music. Look up Walter Carlos, but a trans individual. And it's also Tobin Esperance's birthday today. Papa Roach.
Oh, there we go.
And Holly Dunn died on this day. The country singer who did Daddy's Hands. So I don't care.
I nearly did Run for you. But
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. No, that is a great song.
I've
never heard that.
A little change of pace, I thought.
Now Transplants are most of their songs like that?
Kinda. Let's see. Oh, damn.
I can't imagine we have more than that.
We do, actually.
Oh.
I had 3 to choose from.
Really?
Yes.
This is stuff that Corey would play at night, I would think. I never heard that.
It was in a commercial, so I'm surprised you didn't hear it a lot.
No, I don't. Gina, unlike you, I don't watch commercials. Never. Yeah. Okay.
Nazi boys in nasty schools, headmasters breaking all the rules, having fun and playing fools, smashing up the wall.
They sound very British.
The singer.
It was a Garnier Fructis commercial.
Really? Oh, I could see why you stopped and watched it then. Ooh, shampoo!
Gangsters and thugs, criminals and hoods. Some of my friends sell records.
I will pay more. I'll find some Transplants and listen to them. They're good. All right. So, hi. How's it going?
All right.
It's going okay? We are the winners of a major award. We'll be telling you more about that tomorrow. We have won a major award. A major award.
We're telling about it tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll talk more about it tomorrow.
Okay.
A major award. And that would lead me to our check-ins, as a matter of fact. So we're going to officially begin the show in a second, and we'll do that by having you check in with the Radio from Hell show at 877-602-9696. That's just to let us know that there are still a few of you out there listening. I know that we've been losing listeners by the dozens, the hundreds probably over the last couple of years.
Are we bleeding listeners?
Yeah, we're hemorrhaging. We're hemorrhaging listeners according to to every measure that we have, and we're also losing the measure of the listeners. But we don't care. We just forge ahead. We're still winning major awards, but we're hemorrhaging listeners. So, but this will let us know that there's still a few of you out there, a few stalwarts. You're bandaged, bleeding but bandaged, and you're checking in with the Radio from Hell show at 877-602-9696. And how about in 3 words or less, if you were to give us a major award, what would it be for? What would it be for? If you were to give Radio from Hell a major award, what would it be for? 877-602-9696. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. And one lucky checker-inner will get tickets to see Bassem Youssef, which is coming up at the University of Utah. Very funny man. I've seen him on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. He was called, as a matter of fact, he was called the Jon Stewart of Egypt at one time. He's not living in Egypt anymore.
Jon Stewart made a movie about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, at great peril, as I recall. Yes. Jon Stewart almost went to jail. Bassem Youssef did go to jail.
And he grew a beard.
See, that's when Stewart left the show and John Oliver sat in all that time.
Right.
And that's when HBO went,
John Oliver's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, 877-602-9696. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. Tell us in 3 words or less, if you were to give us a major award, what would it be for? Specifically, what would it be for? All right.
We'll get to that in a moment. Hoops Vision Correction, HOOPES Vision.com.
Yeah. So 10 facilities, 10 LASIK facilities in the country only have now been selected to do this Visian toric ICL procedure, and Hoops is one of the 10 because Hoops has always been a leader in vision correction. Carrie and I have had our vision corrected at Hoops Vision, and we don't have to wear glasses or contact lenses anymore.
That's great.
Dylan has done that. Carrie's wife, my wife, we've sent to all of our family members that possible there. Now, maybe you've been told in the past that you say, well, you have a terrible astigmatism and you're nearsighted. We can't do the laser procedure. But with this Visian toric implantable contact lens, maybe now you can have the procedure. So contact Hoops Vision today and see if this is right for you, this implantable contact lens. Call 877-30-LASIK. That's 877-305-2745, or go online at hoopsvision.com. Remember, you can use your FSA and HSA dollars to help pay for it. That's hoopsvision.com.
Radio from Hell has a new podcast.
It's the Radio from Hell Best of podcast.
77602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
Correction.
Yes.
I thought the Jon Stewart movie was about
Bassem
Bassem Youssef, but it was not.
No?
Rosewater was about an Irani journalist.
Oh, a similar thing.
Who was imprisoned and tortured. They used a clip of him being interviewed by Jason Jones as evidence that he had been working with American spies, not the comedian in Egypt. So.
Okay.
But a similar thing. I think Bassem Youssef went to jail and...
Yeah, he did. Bassem Youssef was imprisoned in Egypt. He did a show like The Daily Show in Egypt, and it was accepted by the Egyptians for a time, and then not.
Well, we have tickets to that to give away to Chicken People 877-602-9696, but we should start the show first.
All right, let's officially begin it then, shall we?
Del Taco's new epic triple meat burrito has triple the meat for triple the flavor with hand-grilled carne asada, chicken, and crispy bacon. Now that's an epic burrito. Participation may vary.
Now I'm going to hoist my Mill Creek coffee mug here and have a sip of coffee, and then I'll tell you about the moon, okay? So let me do that. Delicious. All right. The moon is 40.1% of full, and we'll have a full moon on Thanksgiving, which is the 22nd. That's not
next Thursday.
That is next Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for hell's sake.
You better start getting ready for Thanksgiving.
And we've got our food bank show coming up the
Wednesday,
the day before Thanksgiving.
Teleperformance.
A week from today. We got a lot to do. All right, today though, the moon will set at 1:04 p.m. today, being Wednesday. It's the 14th day of November in the year of our Lord 2018, and this is North America's most serpentine radio broadcast. It's the Radio from Hell show starring the Lords of Morning Radio, Kerry Jackson, Bill Allred, and Gina Barberi. The executive producer of the Radio from Hell show is Richard Stedman. Dylan Allred, no relation, is producing video for the show. You can see it at x96.com/live. And Autumn is helping produce the program today as well. Now we go to your check-ins.
Brought to you by Get Unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with Power Cashback credit card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
Tomorrow, Radio from Hell will be the recipient of a major award, which we'll be telling you about. But today, we're asking you on check-ins, if you were to give Radio from Hell a major award yourself, what would you give us a major award for? Okay.
All right, let's begin. Let's start with Alex.
Alex, thanks for calling 877-602-9696. What would you give us a major award for?
Good morning, you guys.
Hey.
The award I'd give you would be the Best Boners Broadcast.
Best Boners Broadcast.
That's 3 words.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And it's alliterative as well. The B's, the 3 B's.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye. Let's go to, let's see, is it Jen? Hi, Jen.
Jen.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jen.
How are you?
I'm exhausted, frankly, Jen, but how are you?
Great, thank you.
What would you give us a major award for?
I would give you Best Major Award for Best Morning Show Ever in the history of ever.
Well,
that's more than 3 words, but I'll take it.
Yeah, but
Best morning show.
Best morning show in the history of forever. Have you
Yes.
Have you listened to other morning shows, Jen?
Never. I've been listening to you guys since 1992.
Well,
good girl.
You might not know what's out there, Jen.
I think
That's okay. I'm fine with that.
I think Jen's loyalty should be rewarded.
You're going to give her Bassam Youssef tickets?
If she would care for those.
Will you go to that show?
Yay,
Okay,
yes,
good.
definitely.
Okay.
All right, hang
Thank
on.
you.
All right.
Okay.
Hang
on the
we'll
line.
get your info. There we go.
I like the fact that, people, they listen to the show, have listened to nothing else, so they know this is the best. Because if they listen to another morning show, they might find something better.
Well, but we haven't given them any reason to leave.
That's true.
So their needs have been met.
Okay.
Andrew says 3 words. Well, you tried.
Thank you.
One text in Pulitzer.
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 Uh-huh.
See?
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
Major award for pertinent news.
Pertinent.
Pertinent.
That's a good word.
Let's see. Juice Box is here. Hi,
Hello.
Juice Box.
Hey there.
Why do you call yourself Juice Box? Do we dare ask?
Oh, it's classified. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Okay.
Classified.
Okay. Fine. Well,
That's his Secret Service name.
Yeah, we'll let it go at that. If you were to give us a major award, what would it be for?
I'd give you guys an award for trying every day.
Trying.
We don't succeed, but we try
Yeah.
every day.
We get a we participate. We come and we participate.
I'd give you all the trophies.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Let's see. Not a cat.
Oh,
Checking in.
all right. Not a cat.
The 9 Lives Award.
Only a cat could give you that. Are you sure this
it's not a
isn't
cat, though. Yeah,
It's not a cat.
Yeah, not a cat.
Not a cat. By the way, I would urge not a cat to go to my Twitter feed. You guys may have seen this too. At RFH Bill, I think I retweeted it. It looks as though it's on the streets of Paris, but I'm not sure. A cat going after a rat.
Oh, that is the freakiest video.
And the rat
is having
says,
none of it.
Yeah, the rat says, "Oh, no, you're not going to get me. I'm going to get you." And the rat intimidates that cat. It's just an amazing piece of video.
I'm here. I'm not going to call in. You get the award for refusing to quit.
You must quit. I refuse.
Well, as a boss once told me, and we, you can't quit and I won't fire you.
Mm-hmm. Stability and balance in Utah.
Stability and balance.
Utah's hyper-partisan liberals.
Well, that's...
Okay, so there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Commuter entertainment. That's
basic.
Bare minimum. You can't get much more. Oh, should have clarified. Pulitzer because of poop chat.
Ah.
All right. Yeah. Context helps. All right. Let's see. That's good enough. Let's get some traffic, right?
If we have any, because I think we're doing pretty well so far. Let me refresh the UDOT website here. But, UDOT, sometimes they're good, sometimes not. I trust friends of the program that send me traffic at 33986. That's our text short code. Crash southbound I-215 at 39th South. 3 right lanes are blocked and the HOV lane blocked. That's a major issue, but the only one so far this morning. Jiffy Lube's team of technicians highly trained in oil changes, tire rotations, brakes, radiator services, and more. Visit jiffylubeutah.com for discount services and nearest locations.
All right, coming up after the break, we got big boy news and opinioendo, then things that must go, all in the next break. Then, of course, round 1 of your boners in the 7 o'clock hour. Stand by for all of that. Grove.co is the website, not .com, .co. And it is that time of year again, the holiday season. That means you get the holiday scents, Iowa pine. These are all Mrs. Meyer's exclusive offer from Grove.
Oh, I like Mrs. Meyer's stuff.
Yeah, I've got some soap in my bathroom right now, as a matter of fact. Iowa pine, peppermint, and I like the orange clove myself. But new customers will get the holiday set when you place your first order of $20. So you get the free Mrs. Meyer's holiday hand soap, holiday dish soap, and holiday multi-surface spray. And Grove Collaborative Red Cleaning Caddy and Walnut Scrubber Sponges. Plus, if you spend $39, you're also going to receive a free Grove stoneware tray to display your new holiday soaps, if you've a mind to. Shop Grove before this exclusive holiday offer runs out. The stuff will be gone come December. And for a limited time, our listeners who sign up get an amazing free Mrs. Meyer's holiday products, a free 60-day VIP membership, and a surprise bonus gift just for you when you sign up and place an order of $20 or more. It's that easy. Check out Grove and our special offer at grove.co/X96. Be sure to do the /X96 so that you get the deal and we get the credit. That's grove.co, not com/X96.
When Radio from Hell concludes, the music begins with a 1-hour nonstop music wingding on X96.
Senior. Spell it with me now. SENIOR. Senior. And now we'll use it in some dialogue featuring our 2 Utah friends, Elder LeGrand R. Dunn Jr. and his trailer-dwelling pal, LeVar. Imagine, if you will, LeVar and LeGrand enjoying a lazy Saturday afternoon of TV watching in LeVar's trailer home at the Restful View Mobile Home Park. Again, the word is senior. Yeah, sure is fun sitting around on a lazy day watching reruns ahead of the class with you, LeGrand. Glad you could come over.
Well, I had to get out of the house. I mean, for heck's sakes, Midge had a list of honey-dos for me as long as that hair on her mother's chin. I snuck out before she could put me to work.
You don't mind if I drink me some beer while Head to the Class is on, do you, LeGrand?
I've long ago given up trying to change your sinful ways, LeVar. You know I think that drinking beer is wrong, but I'm not going to say anything more about it.
Hey, what happened to the rest of the beer in this can I was working on? I know I didn't finish it.
I don't know. You must have drunk it. I'll get you another can of beer from the Frigidaire.
Hell Head of the Class. This is a really funny show. Reminds me of our school days, LeGrand.
Oh.
You remember me out in the parking lot and you over to the seminary building? We had some choice times, didn't we?
Sure did. Now, I'm proud to say I got my high school diploma and my seminary diploma. I don't believe you managed either one, did you?
Never mind. Boy, that redhead on Head of the Class sure reminds me of my old high school sweetheart. Hey, you remember Franny Hayes? God, I sure loved her.
I seen your old flame a couple of days ago, by the way. I seen your Franny Hayes at the Quick Stop. What happened between you two?
I dumped her. She got pregnant, so I dumped her. Got pregnant right here in this here trailer. How's she doing? She probably got like 20 kids and not a pot to piss in, right?
Married a rich guy. She was driving a fancy Lexi or a Affinity or something like that, covered in diamonds. She looked good.
I don't care. I don't care for her no more.
Oh, come on, LeVar. You care. I seen your face fall when I told you. I seen your emotions fly to the surface.
Shut up and pass me another beer.
We can do this in 50 minutes.
Hey, you know what? This Alpo don't taste half bad when it's fried up like this.
Let me see.
Radio from Hell on X96.
It's the last issue of Moon Knight is the one that I'm enjoying right now.
Oh.
I don't know why they're putting it on hiatus for a while, because it's been very good.
Because everyone needs a break?
I suppose. I think people need a break from us.
Well, I mean, they'll get one at the Christmas time.
Because I'm getting in this award thing, it says, well, you're consistent. I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be consistent for a while. See how you like that, huh? Huh?
Should change things up?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right. Big boy news and opinioendo. We got Things That Must Go coming up in about 10 minutes, so stand by for that. But first, big boy news and opinioendo brought to you by...
If you're in an accident, the first thing you should do is contact the advocates. Remember, they don't get paid until you do. Go to utahadvocates.com for more information. You deserve an advocate.
The Game of Thrones.
I know that.
People are really excited for that to be happening again. And the latest teaser. Now, I haven't seen any of the.
I watched it.
Have you? Mm-hmm. Is it very long?
It's like 30 seconds.
It's just a recap.
It's no new footage.
Okay.
It's remember when this happened and this happened and this happened?
They highlight the big. Yeah, it says here they highlight the biggest moments of the series, prepping us for the last season. It's told us the month that we can expect to see the final battle for the future of Westeros. The long march toward actually figuring out when we can watch the show again marches on. The teaser, which was shared by Entertainment Weekly, reveals the last season of Game of Thrones will debut April 2019. April.
Okay.
That matches just about every previous season's premiere month, with the exception of season 7, which arrived in July of 2016 because they had to wait for winter to arrive before filming. The final season has taken even longer to film than that one, making us wait almost 2 years to see the final battle play out.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the most helpful Twitter people I follow is a site called Film Clickbait.
Oh.
And what they do is they go to these sites that want you to click on to find out just that little nugget of information that they hide in a story. You know,
is that CLICK?
Yes, Film Clickbait. And see, because of that, I didn't have to watch the whole thing because he sent it to me and said, April.
Okay.
So you don't have to.
Okay. All right. So there you go. April. Now you don't even have to do that because we
did it for
April 2019.
No new footage. April.
All right. It's a measure of how frequent and deadly wildfires have become in California that identifying badly burned remains has become an area of expertise. Once again, cadaver dogs have been summoned. Forensic dental experts will follow, and coroners and anthropologists are using their experience from previous wildfires to locate victims. One search team on Tuesday toured the foundation of a flattened home in Paradise, California. Carefully, they circled the charred bathtub, the melted kitchen floor, the skeletal playground, poking everywhere with long metal poles. In white hazmat suits, red hard hats, the group of specialists was searching for two things that nobody wants to find: bodies and bones. So, because the fire is so hot, you're not finding
a body.
You're probably not finding something that's flesh. You're finding maybe teeth, maybe bones. Check the bathroom, Tez Kolzak said. That's where I would probably go, into the bathroom with the water running as long as I could. Scanning the sunken ground, she poked at the debris. The problem is, how do you tell a bone from a rock at a certain point?
Wow.
At least,
no, I mean, this hot fire has, it just melts cars. The roads are all, it's so incredibly hot.
They say at least 50 people now killed at the Camp Fire, the deadliest wildfire in California history, and many, many more are missing. We don't want to be good at this, but it's an unfortunate reality of what has been going on in Northern California, said Sergeant Ray Kelly, a spokesman for the Alameda County Sheriff's Office, which has a search team working in Paradise. We've done it before, said Jason Finney, a captain with the Butte County Fire Department, after he pulled onto a one fire-ravaged street on Tuesday. The difference this time, he says, is the scale, but not with this many people, this many vehicles, this many structures. It would be an awful thing to have to do. There are now several more fires burning in California. They're burning all over the place right now.
Yeah.
Some small ones, but the large ones continue to burn, and others have broken out.
The winds are still high, and it's just hot and dry, and it's perfect storm for fire.
The mother of slain University Utah student Lauren McCluskey says that she wants the owner of the gun that was used in her daughter's death to face criminal prosecution. I hope prosecutors enforce the law. Maybe the next person will think twice before they lend a gun to somebody that they don't know very well, said Jill McCluskey in a statement to Channel 2 News on Tuesday evening. McCluskey tweeted earlier in the day that she wanted the man who gave the gun to her daughter's killer, Melvin Rowland, to be prosecuted. She said, "It's a great responsibility to own a gun. The identity of the gun's owner has not been made public, but University of Utah police previously said that the person who gave Rowland the gun that was used in McCluskey's death came forward almost immediately. Upon hearing about the crime, the gun's owner contacted police proactively and said, "I believe I know where he got the gun. I'm horrified about it." According to investigators, Rowland told the gun's owner that he wanted to borrow it to teach his girlfriend how to shoot. Police said the gun's owner didn't really know Mr. Rowland's intentions. He's fully cooperating with the investigation at this time. No charges are pending against that individual. Deputies are investigating after a dog was shot and killed in the owner's backyard in Eagle Mountain on Sunday. A woman told deputies she found her dog dead in her backyard in the area of Autumn Drive and Elk Ridge Drive in the North Ranches area of Eagle Mountain. "She was a great dog. We took her camping with us. My kids loved her," said Leanza Laub, owner of the Australian Shepherd named Roxy. "I don't know if somebody was messing around and she just happened to catch a bullet or what. They're thinking maybe a BB gun or a pellet gun," she said. Some deputies said somebody shot the dog while it was in a fenced backyard, along with other dogs. Roxy's partner and puppies were unharmed. The sheriff's office said that as of Tuesday, they have very little evidence. Someone come forward so we can find out who did this, because it's a scary thing to think of somebody coming around and shooting into people's yards, whether it's a dog, an animal, or a child. Officials asked anybody who has information about the shooting or security footage to come from the area to call the Eagle Mountain Police.
Yes, let's find this psycho.
Even though, let's see, new vote updates.
Okay, where are we?
Okay, Tuesday, they did little to clarify who won the 4th Congressional District. Democrat Ben Adams' lead over incumbent Mia Love dropped from 5,000 votes to just 1,229. Even though the race is still too close to call, McAdams, Salt Lake County's mayor, is in Washington this week attending orientation for congressional freshmen because he is the presumptive winner at this point.
And you have to go through that process.
Love,
I mean, if by some chance Mia Love wins, she doesn't need to go through that.
Yeah.
Love, a Republican seeking her 3rd term, continues to trail McAdams in the 4th District, which includes a portion of Utah and Salt Lake counties, as well as San Pete and Juab. 3 of the counties released new numbers on Tuesday. In Salt Lake County, Love added 4,722 votes to 5,059 for McAdams, but in Utah County, she gained 5,776 votes to 1,890 for McAdams. San Pete, she added 213 to McAdams' 85. Now, throughout the district, McAdams has 1,549 to 114,320 for Love. McAdams holds the lead with 50.27% of the vote to 49.73% for Love.
It should not be this close.
Well,
no, I'm just saying it's amazing that McAdams is doing that well.
Yeah.
I mean, because this district is so gerrymandered in favor of the Republicans.
Yeah. And by the way, it is because of voting by mail. We're just going to have to get used to this.
Not knowing away.
Not knowing on election night who wins and who loses. A lot of things.
Every
it's just
vote
the way
counts.
It goes.
If every vote counts, then count every vote.
Melania Trump on Tuesday called for the firing of Deputy National Security Advisor Mira Ricardel.
I desperately want to know the backstory here.
It's weird. Amid reports that President Trump may be weighing several more major shakeups to his administration, it is the position of the office of the First Lady that she no longer deserves the honor of serving the White House.
She disrespected her in some way.
And it's got something to do with the trip to Egypt.
Yeah.
Is what I'm being told.
But nobody seems to know exactly.
No, but I want to know
what's going on.
I'd also like to point out that if Michelle Obama did this, Fox News would have that for a week.
Yeah,
week 24/7.
It's very unusual. Now you do hear reports. I mean, there was Nancy Reagan really disliked the chief of staff in the White House, in the Reagan White House, and the stories surfaced that she didn't like him and wanted him fired. But she didn't come right out and say that.
Yeah.
In this case, Melania Trump has come through her spokesperson said, I want this person fired.
Saying she doesn't deserve to work.
Yeah, an official statement.
Yeah. So now, since what went on in France with President Trump's visit to France for the World War I ceremonies, things have really gone to hell at the White House. He is very unhappy. He was not treated well, and there are reports that he's completely retreated from the business of being president.
Yeah,
which is maybe not a bad thing, but is he
pouting?
He's sulking.
He's sulking.
He's sulking. Nobody likes me. If you don't like me, then that's fine. I'm just not going to do anything.
Then someone will plan a nice little rally in some very red area of the country that will make him feel better.
Yeah, you'll
see that somewhere soon.
And here's just a quick story about somebody who is tone deaf and and because he's so tone deaf, his balls are too big. Mitch McConnell, in a piece posted on the Fox News website titled, "Will the Democrats work with us?" or simply put, partisan politics ahead of the country, Mitch McConnell gloated that a unified, or he
I like
gloatified.
That's
He
a good one.
gloatified.
That's a good one.
That a unified Republican government has led to a period of historic productivity over the past 2 years. He said bipartisanship isn't dead and claimed some of the most significant accomplishments of this Congress have been delivered with overwhelmingly bipartisan support.
Huh?
He then lashed out at the Democrats taking control of the House following last week's midterm elections, writing that the message of bipartisanship may have been lost on a few House Democrats who made clear their preference for investigations over policy results. Here's a man who did nothing but throw up roadblocks and refused to cooperate with anything.
Well, what did he say when Obama got office? My job is to make him a one-term president.
Yeah, that's all we're going to do is say no.
Yeah.
We are going to say no and not cooperate for the entire Obama presidency. And now he's saying, Twitter reminded McConnell of his long track record of obstructing President Obama, including not even allowing Merrick Garland to be considered for Supreme Court.
Yeah, not even bring it, because he knew the vote they would vote for him.
That's just one example, though, is the thing.
Jeez, I can't. So if you want to make yourself feel better, you can go to x96.com/live. I hope we have this picture. It's a picture of a wholesome fireman giving apples to lost donkeys at the fire scene. These donkeys were lost in the fires burning in California, and here's a fireman giving apples to these donkeys, these little donkeys who are lost. It's the sweetest picture you'll ever
There we
see.
go.
x96.com/live.
Oh, they're little donkeys, too.
Miniature donkeys.
They're little asses.
Yeah.
Sports, weather, traffic.
Not big asses like Mitch McConnell.
No, they're little asses. Do you have this as a boner candidate, Bill, before I do the story?
I don't know. What?
The New Jersey man who was booked for a DWI and said he drank too much because the Jets suck.
No, I saw the story, but I didn't do
He's
that.
blaming the Jets, is he? Okay.
An intoxicated New Jersey man rear-ended a car in front of him on Sunday. When police responded, they smelled alcohol in his breath. While taking the sobriety test, the man blurted out to police officers, "I drank too much because the Jets suck."
They should have let him go.
We understand,
Well, I
sir.
understand, sir. Go right along.
The Jazz are in Dallas tonight. I believe that game is at 6:30. The Downtown Farmers Market presents the Winter Market Saturdays from 10 to 2 at the Rio Grande Depot. Shop fresh local goods from local purveyors. More details at slcfarmersmarket.org. It's chilly again this morning, but we should be a little bit warmer by the afternoon. 51 for a high. Traffic, we've got a crash southbound I-15 at the Center Street off-ramp in Utah County. A right shoulder being affected there. Crash southbound I-215 at 39th South. 3 right lanes are blocked and the HOV lane is blocked. Looks like that's about all the traffic we have, unless you want to send something in like this person did. Traffic jam on 215 southbound. Thank you for that. A little more specific. Let us. 215 southbound is a big place, so a little more information would be great. 33986.
Things that must go, brought to you by anyone?
Get unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with Power Cashback credit card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
These are things that are really tormenting you, and you need them to go from your life. So you put them down in an email, and then you send them to us, and hopefully if we read them on the radio, they'll leave your life completely, or at least it'll make you feel better if we read them. So put them in an email, say "must go" on the subject line, and then send them along. I'll begin today. This one is from Good Morning. You can use my name. Good morning, Lords. I've had some time to cool down since my drive to work this morning, so I'm not as livid and scared as I was a couple of hours ago, but I feel that I need to share my things that must go with you, even though my raging fire has quelled to a steady burning.
Well, okay.
Let me continue my preface with where I live. I live in Thousand Oaks, California.
Oh.
Some of you may or may not know that this morning on November 8th, our community was attacked. I'm not going to rehash the story for you since I'm listening to you talk about it on your podcast right now. I don't want to make a big political statement. I'll just tell you my things that must go. Number one, waking up to a frantic call from my mother in Utah because she's heard the news.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, places of fun and camaraderie turning into massacres. Number three, disassociation from shootings due to geographical distance. I'm guilty of this. However, this happened. Everyone, it happened again. It will happen again. I drive past this gunman's house and the place of the shooting on my commute every day.
Wow.
Hell, I pass this house on my trip to the damn grocery store. Number four, rallies for gun control and better mental health. Now, don't mistake me here. I want those things, and I believe these to be two imperative steps to ease our problem here in the U.S. But before we get to those, let's all just take a moment to love those around us and remind them that you love them, because it's all too likely that they will be taken from you before you have a chance. Love those you want to hate, too, because the divisiveness is part of what keeps these problems coming back. Love comes first. Let your action for better laws be driven by love, not anger, not fear, but love of the people around you and your desire for their safety. Thanks for taking time to listen. I know it's not my place to make a statement on any of this, but even though this won't make what happened go away, it's been therapeutic for me. So thanks.
Good.
Thank you for being a beacon of happiness and giving me something to occupy my time while I process this. Jeff. This one, good morning. My name is Danny, and my thing that must go is phone shaming. I still carry a flip phone.
What?
That I recently tracked down and purchased off the internet to replace my last one.
Wow.
I love its simplicity, its durability, the cool noise it makes when it fits, and it fits neatly into that otherwise useless pocket on the side of my also special order carpenter pants. It needs to be said, not everyone has a smartphone and can therefore not see the emojis in your texts. I have to forward messages to my wife's phone to decipher or ask via a reply if you just said thumbs up, happy face, balloons, or angry cat, pile of poop, balloons. Emojis as a method of communication must go. We flipper people are also unable to opt out of group text messages and have to check the phone all day long, every time it chimes, just to find out that a bunch of unrecognized phone numbers will be late to a party or bringing the bean dip. Group messaging must go. Feeling awkward about having to ask for specific directions to a random house address because I can't just type it into my phone, as most assume any idiot alive can do, must go. Not being able to easily or at all go to a concert, get an Uber, read a newspaper, or ride a scooter without a smartphone and app must go. And finally, my last thing that must go are those damn kids who won't get off my lawn. Thanks for letting me listen.
Get a smartphone.
You just gave a list of reasons why you need to upgrade.
And finally, this one, Lady Raccoon here. Yes, you can use that. My thing that must go is this: not teaching your kids how to properly take care of their trash. Every day I watch students drop trash, walk away, leave their lunch wrappers on every surface of the school, and leave a snowfall of wrappers on the school bus. Come on, teach your kids that their littering is affecting our planet. There may be people hired to clean up public places. However, that doesn't mean your kids get to be a douche. Thanks for your daily shenanigans, Lady Raccoon, my new rebranded name. All right.
Sure.
Gary?
Let's see, this one from Gary. When I'm sitting around in my house all morning, drinking coffee, getting ready for work, then without fail, my morning poop doesn't hit me until I back out of the driveway,
Yeah, that happens
making me
sometimes.
late.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary. This one from Brittany. Thanks for letting me listen over 20 years now. Feel free to use my name. I don't give a hug. First, Utah County must go.
The whole county?
They ruin everything.
Oh,
my. Second, old people voting. They're not going to live to see the conservatives further destroy our country. The butthole last night at the voting center that didn't have snacks.
You should have snacks.
That yelled, "They're all immigrants!" and then stormed out. Can we just get rid of him? But lastly, rude people must go. We don't always need to agree, but we can stop being. Can we stop being psycho murderous mobs? Thanks for informing us. The big reason that I'm a bleeding heart liberal. All right, this one from Gilbert. As I was getting ready this morning and again for bed, I'm faced with a must go that infuriates me. Thing that must go: any toothpaste or contact lens solution bottle that does not have a flip top lid must go. I should be able to grab that mother one-handed to get it to work quickly instead of a two-handed job. It slows me down.
Yeah.
Gilbert's in a hurry. You know.
Just one from me, firstly. Restaurants that get rid of menu items for no good reason. Stuffing is not seasonal. And if it had a season, it would be this season.
That's true.
Tradition, bring your stuffing back.
Wish I had your problems.
Feel free to use my name. Okay, Lucy? My thing that must go is fancy Beamers, Hummers, and Cadillacs in my income-restricted apartment building. If you have to live somewhere that helps low-income families, how the heck are you able to afford those cars? Another thing is the stupid light by IKEA. Other than on the weekend, it doesn't need to be on a damn timer. Sitting at that light at 6:50 a.m. is super irritating, and I just run the damn thing most of the time. I do that too, Lucy. Let's see. Please don't use my name. Coworkers giving you details about their sex life must go.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't ask.
Sorry, you guys.
What makes you think I want to know the very private details of your life? We are coworkers, not friends. And even if we were friends, I still don't want to know what you're doing in your bedroom.
I don't want, yeah.
Please keep it to yourself. I love the show. Listen every morning. Finally, this from Suzanne. People who believe red traffic light means 3 more vehicles go through. Morons.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
215 southbound at 35th South. The right 2 lanes are closed for an accident. Actually, I have 4 or 5 friends of the program sending in that same issue, so you're all stuck there. I'm sorry for that, but that appears to be the only issue so far. If you see something, text it to us, 33986. It's the news you trust from the most experienced team in Utah. 2 News. Check out the new KUTV.com.
All right.
Hey.
Downtown.
You want some squash?
Squash?
You want some taters? Carrots? Beets?
I like a spaghetti squash.
Yeah, you want some beets? I had
Sure.
beets last night. You want apples, garlic? All kinds of fresh greens while you go to the downtown farmers market, the winter market.
And these are local produce
Even
items.
better.
Yeah. It's at the Rio Grande Market on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the downtown farmers winter market. You also find a lot of specialty products, including grass-fed meat. This is locally sourced meat. Specialty cheeses, honey, jam, salsa, that you can put on your enchilada, as I heard them say.
An enchilada? Can I put it on my enchilada?
She said that on Schitt's Creek the other night. I like that. I've got to make mother's enchiladas. Spreads and handmade gifts for the holidays. Great stuff at the winter market downtown at the depot. You can find out more at slcfarmersmarket.org.
We want to put $500 in your pocket. Listen to X96 every Thursday at 7:30.
Scott. Scott. Spell it with me now, S-C-O-T-T. And now we'll use it in some dialogue with our two Utah men, LeVar and LeGrand. LeGrand has been invited over to LeVar's trailer house for lunch. Again, the word is Scott. Come on in, LeGrand. Door's open, and our delicious repast is about to begin. I hope you brought some drinks for us.
Well, I did indeed, LeVar. I bought the whole six-pack of caffeine-free Diet Sam's Choice Cola from the Walmart. Didn't have no way of chilling it, though. Hope you have smice.
Well, fridge's been busted for a few months now. I've learned to appreciate my cola beverages at room temperature.
Well, that's just fine with me, too. I'm always sneaking a cola from down in the food storage room so as Midge won't know I got a bit of an addiction. You see, we keep the caffeinated stuff in the food storage on the theory that in the event of a nuclear catastrophe, we'll need to stay awake so's we can keep the neighbors from busting in, and so's we'll have plenty of energy to be fruitful and repopulate on our wasted planet. If you know what I mean. So what's for lunch?
Beef stew. I helped can it myself. It's Deseret brand beef stew. Because I helped can it, I got a free case from the Bishop's storehouse.
Ooh, I love the sound of canned stew boiling up on the range. Smells pretty good, too.
That's because Scott all-natural garden and beef ingredients. Look here at that list of nutritious stuff that comes in this one can. Scott carrots, peas, taters, onions, chunks of beef, and some beef byproducts.
Ooh, that's good. Ooh, but looky here.
What?
This Deseret brand beef stew's got 23 grams of fat per serving. This stew's got more fat in it than 9 strips of bacon, LeVar.
Bacon, that sounds good. Let's fry up some strips of bacon to go with our stew. You know, bacon's got an essential ingredient in it that you can only get from a few foods, you know. Foods like bologna and hot dogs and some canned hams.
Bacon's got something in it that your body needs? What?
Nitrite. It's got nitrite in it. The body needs nitrite to preserve the internal organs.
Well, fry some up then.
Okay.
Hey, you got a raw hot dog or some bologna I can nibble on to tide me over till the stew's on? My big ones is eating my little ones. I'm so hungry.
Hey, let's pop open a couple of them diet sodas for a toast, LeGrand. To life.
To life.
If we keep eating like this, we're going to live forever.
No, really. She does. Promise. Follow her on Twitter at RFHGina and find out for yourself. Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, we got round one of your boners coming up here in a moment, along with Big Boy News.
A week from today, 1 week from today, we will be doing our show at Teleperformance, the food bank.
Which location?
It's out in off the 201.
Okay, that's the one we're doing.
Yeah,
All right.
the big one out there off the 201 in West Valley. And so canned goods, please bring canned. We'll have stuff to give you.
It's 4650 West, 1991 South.
And turkeys and hams. We want to collect all of that stuff. But canned goods for the food bank, the Utah Food Bank.
Be thinking this week when you're out shopping for yourself, pick up a few extra items, and we'll be there a week from today.
That's the day before Thanksgiving, so it's an important thing. I don't think I'm working very well today.
Why?
I'm exhausted from fruitcake.
You're exhausted from fruitcake.
Holy crap! It's hard to do.
Well, when you were talking about all the ingredients that go into your fruitcake and the stirring, I was not kidding when I said you might want to get an industrial mixer.
Is fruitcake worth all this?
Well, so here's what it takes, and I forgot how. I've only done it once before last year, so I went and bought all the ingredients, and in it there's probably at least 2 or 3 pounds of nuts. There's a couple of pounds of raisins and dates and figs and currants. There are eggs. There's probably 2 pounds of flour. But so you mix all of this. You get all the raisins and the nuts and the dates and the currants together. Plus, there's the candied fruit, the candied pineapple. There's that candied fruit that's the artificial color.
You're not trying to put this all in one bowl, are
so
you?
you put all that in a bowl.
How big?
And it's a bowl about, what is that, about 2 or 3 feet across. So you put that in a bowl, and you pour brandy over it, and you let that sit for 2 or 3 days, which I had done. And then yesterday afternoon, I went home and I said, okay, it's sat long enough. I've got to now add the other ingredients. So we've got this big bowl of fruit and nuts. And now comes the rest of it. You take some eggs and brown sugar and butter. Mix that all together. 6 cups of flour with some spices in it. And you start incorporating that flour and eggs and butter into the fruit and nuts. Slowly.
I'm still stuck on this is all in one bowl.
Yeah. And you do it by hand. And as you put the flour in there, it gets denser and denser, and it's sticky. And it becomes like finally you're wrestling with it by hand. And it's
If it were
heavy.
this hard to make a s'more, I would never have s'mores, and I love s'mores.
And it is so heavy that it's like a workout. And it's, I think I started at about 1:30 or 2 o'clock. And here it is, 4:30, and I'm still wrestling with this stuff, trying to get that flour to incorporate.
This can't be good enough to justify this.
And there's sweat running down my face, and I got sticky fruitcake stuff all stuck all over me and in my hair, and I'm exhausted. I am literally exhausted, and my muscles in my hands and my arms are still hurting today, and so. and I'm just beat. I'm just beat.
Again, I ask, is it worth this?
Well, so Dylan asked me that this morning. He said, why do you do it? And I said, well, nobody else in the family is doing it. And he said, yeah, do you want? Well, ask yourself why isn't anybody else doing it?
There's your reason right there.
Are you worried that this will be lost to the ages if you don't keep it up?
And that's I said that's just it. Nobody else is doing it.
But
it's the one thing. My mother, Nola. It's just because I do it because she did it, and nobody else is doing it.
But does your family clamor for the fruitcake? Is everyone like it won't be Christmas unless we have the fruitcake?
It doesn't matter.
Could you make it in a smaller? Do you have to make
that? So that made
so much of it.
Well, that's her recipe. That made 4 kind of loaf-sized fruitcakes, and then I think had 3 little tiny ones, 3 or 4 little tiny ones, and then you put it in. You have to put it in the oven. And you bake them on a really low heat you put pans of water in the bottom of the oven, and you bake them on a low heat for like 2.5, 3 hours. And I'm afraid that the way they looked, I thought they turned out great last year, but the way they look this year, I thought something seems wrong.
Well, it's the beads of sweat that dropped into the.
We'll see. Well, no, the sweat makes them good. The beads of sweat.
That's the extra salt.
That's the secret. Yeah. That's the secret. No, the beads of sweat didn't drop in. I had a dish towel on my shoulder that I continually also daubed my. Oh, but it was hard. It was just a workout. It's just so.
Does this
then
make
I wrapped
you
them
feel...
wrapped them up in cheesecloth that had been soaked in brandy, and I'll go down and put brandy on them for the next few weeks. And.
Does this make you feel close to your mom?
Yeah, and it's the one thing. It's a thing of hers that
Yeah, but it's fruitcake.
It was delicious. I always loved the fruitcake that she made. And last year when I did it, I forgot how hard it was though. And last year when I did it, they tasted great. So hopefully I did it right again this year.
Industrial mixer.
I bet you can rent one.
That's what I mean. You can.
You probably can.
Sure you can.
And
just at Christmas time.
We could call Chef Brian. He'd know where to get one right away.
Yeah, I'll bet. Probably like Orson Gigi. They probably have
Probably.
Them. You can probably rent them.
Dylan, you know what this means.
I bet your sister has a big old mixer.
Yeah, your sister that owns a restaurant. Yeah.
She might.
Could guild her into using hers pretty easy, I bet.
Just quickly, though, Dylan, now you know.
It means I have to eat fruitcake.
Well, no, not just that. At some point, you're going to have to carry on this tradition.
Apparently.
At some point, your dad is going to say, I can't do it anymore. It's time to pass it on to my oldest son.
Nope.
My youngest daughter.
You think she'll do it?
Little Mrs. Bill. She helped me last year. This year she was too excited about 21 Pilots. She couldn't do it.
Crash westbound at US 6. This is a ramp to go to northbound I-15 at Spanish Fork. The right shoulder affected there. Crash southbound I-15 Center Street off-ramp in Utah County. And lots of folks talking about the crash southbound I-215 at 39th South. Major slowage through that area. And thanks to all the friends of the program that sent that in, because lots of people are stuck there. Sorry, guys. Beef already with LASIK from Hoops Vision. Call 877-30-LASIK or go to hoopsvision.com.
To be fair, she helped me with the first part of it. But this part she didn't help me with. So we got Boners Round 1 coming up. Here are the Boner candidates. Boners number 1. You promised me more pot for the Mazda. Boner candidate number 2. Yabba dabba don't. And boner candidate number 3, I'm here to tell you that somebody stole my bong.
All right, round 1 of your boners, big boy news, all coming up after these. Stand by for all of that. slfs.org is the website, or saltlakefilmsociety.org if you don't have anywhere to go.
That's where I saw that nice movie starring Gwyneth Paltrow's mother.
Blythe Danner?
Yeah, What They Had is what it's called, and it's a very, very good movie. They have all kinds of great stuff. It's where I saw that movie about the freestyle mountain climber, too.
When Sean Means comes here on Thursday, those are the artsies that he reviews. news usually.
Independent films and documentaries, and then the Tower. They're always showing something wacky at the Tower. The Salt Lake Film Society, they do really interesting film programming, and they do film things for the community as well. They support film writers, screenwriters, panel discussions. They bring in interesting speakers, and they are also always associated with the Sundance Film Festival. So you want to find out more about the Salt Lake Film Society? Go to slfs.org.
X96 is teaming up with Teleperformance and the Utah Food Bank to fight hunger in Utah.
Join us for our all-day broadcast on Wednesday, November 21st at Teleperformance in West Valley, 4650 West, 1991 South.
Start gathering up non-perishable food donations around the house and with your neighbors and coworkers to support X96 as we help fight hunger.
They really need non-perishable canned or boxed food items that are high in protein, like peanut butter, canned beans, rice, lentils, and more. Plus, we'll be taking frozen turkeys and hams during the broadcast. X96
will be broadcasting live at Teleperformance in West Valley from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. on November 21st. Bring us your donations and you can qualify for prizes, including a Traeger grill.
Get all the details on x96.com.
Muse return.
Well, thanks, Ben. Today's word is Krenz. Spell it with me now. K-R-E-N-Z. Krenz. And now we'll use it in some dialogue starring as LeVar and LeGrand, our two lovable Utah boys. Let's join them now as they eat burgers and watch kids playing at the McDonald's Playland. Again, the word is Krenz.
Sure is fun to watch them little ones in the ball crawl, ain't it, LeVar?
Sure is. Makes me wish I was a little tyke once again. We didn't have no ball crawls when I was a spud.
Oh, I know. Best we could do was use the rolled-up socks from our sock drawer. Used to throw 'em in a kiddie pool and then crawl around in 'em.
I remember.
How's your burger?
Well, pretty good. How about your chicken noogies?
Oh, tasty. Pretty smart way you figured out we could get these Happy Meals. They don't like us adults to order them for ourselves.
Damn betcha. Just tell them that your kids have gone over to the Playland and you're ordering up for them. You know, them high school kids that work behind the counter don't give no rat's butt about it anyhow. They just serve them up.
You know, I think this is the best deal, too, 'cause the Happy Meals always got surprise in them. Couple of months ago, I got a Catwoman core in mine.
Yeah, I was trying to collect all them Jurassic Park Happy Meal stuff. I didn't get the sick Triceratops, and I missed the Alan Grant figurine, too. That was when I was in court on that DUI.
I told you to quit drinking. Oh, hey, looky here in my Happy Meal. It's a McDonald's Land coloring book devoted to the adventures of Mayor McCheese. Ooh, boy, this coloring book even comes with a little box of Krenz.
Oh, this is a box of Krenz? I thought these was candies. Crap, I've been eating Krenz. You know what, they ain't too bad. Hey, can I die from eating these Krenz?
Well, in USA Today, there was a story the other day about how some Krenz made in China is full of lead or some kind of radioactive material. I don't remember which. But if it's lead, I know that can cause brain damage.
Well, I hope there ain't no lead in these Krenz. I hope they got some radioactive stuff in them instead. Then maybe I won't have to have this tumor operated on. Hey, you gonna eat your Krenz?
Help yourself.
9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
All right, 7:22 right now. Time for round one of your boner voting. 3 news stories. They are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you will decide with your vote of these 3 which one is the worst. Which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. If it wins here, it's not boner of the day yet. It has to defeat the winner of round 2's voting, and we do that at 8:20 with 3 more candidates. We take the 2 winners from each round. 9:20 in the morning, that's when we decide who is boner of the day with boner fight. So pick your champion for round 1 now. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you'll vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive
a gift certificate to go see our good friends at Gracie's.
All right. Here we go with boner candidate number 1. You promised me more pot than that for the Mazda. Marijuana is legal in Oregon, but you can't barter it for a car.
You can't?
Now, well,
Says who?
I can't remember that saying. What is it? That pot will get you through times of no money better than money will get you through times of no pot.
I don't think that's a saying.
It is. There's a saying. What is it?
It should be.
I think it is a saying.
That should be on the money.
Pot will get you through times of no money better than money will get you through times of no pot.
Let's get rid of In God We Trust and put that on the money.
Police in Albany, Oregon said Tuesday that a car dealer posted a Mazda SUV for sale on an online marketplace. And a man contacted the dealer and said, hey, listen, I'll trade you some pot for that car. Matthew Franks of Independence, Oregon, showed up at the parking lot that evening and expected to meet the car seller. Instead, he met the cops waiting there for him. Police spokesman Brad Lyle said Mr. Franks was arrested, put into the Lynn County Jail. Brad Lyles, the police spokesman, said police seized 5.4 pounds of marijuana.
Well, if you're going to trade it for a car, it takes a substantial amount.
Well, that's less than he promised to bring.
Oh.
It was not immediately clear if Mr. Franks had an attorney. Marijuana is legal in Oregon, but again, sales are regulated, and those in the business must be licensed.
Look at his mugshot. You'd trust that man.
Sure. That's a perfectly great neck tattoo.
And is that a chin tattoo or is that hair?
Beard. I think that's hair.
That's his beard.
That's hair.
It looks like it grows into his neck tattoo.
X96.com/live. You can see all the pictures that we're talking about.
Boner candidate number 1. You promised me more pot than that for the Mazda. Here's boner candidate number 2, also involving a vehicle. Yabba dabba don't! Fred Flintstone joined celebrities in trouble with the law when a sheriff's deputy in Pasco County, Florida, pulled him over for speeding. Police identified the driver as Mr. Fred Flintstone.
You need to go to x96.com/live.
And said his real name is Don Schwartz. He was nabbed in a smart car that was customized to look like the foot-powered caveman car seen in the 1960s cartoon series, The Flintstones.
And he's dressed like Fred Flintstone.
The sheriff's office said in a Facebook post that Mr. Flintstone became unruly after being issued a speeding citation.
He did have an anger problem.
He was later released with a notice to appear in court. The Post jokes that the prehistoric smart car was seized and is now part of the police fleet. This is what intelligence-led policing looks like in the Stone Age, said the Post, which included pictures of the vehicle and a barefoot driver dressed in Flintstone garb.
Why is this again? Why can't he do that?
He was speeding.
He was speeding.
That's it?
And no, if you listen carefully, he became unruly.
Oh, all right.
Listen, you rockhead.
Wilma.
Listen. Bonnie. What's the matter, Fred? Boner candidate number 2, yabba dabba don't. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. I'm here to tell you somebody stole my bong.
All right, boner candidate number 3 for round 1. Coming up after this big boy news and a Pinuendo brought to you by.
Get a head start on your holiday shopping with store-wide deals at your local IFA. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
Yeah, I just this breaking news. Waka Flocka Flame is done with the rap. He says he's tired of going hard in the paint.
Oh,
I don't have any idea what you just said.
I said, I say these things and you don't listen. Just like the Flintstone story. He became unruly, and Waka Flocka Flame is done with the rap. He's tired of going hard in the paint.
Listen to this track.
Girl, the way you moving, got me in a trance. DJ, turn me up.
Waka Flocka Flame.
Going,
Using the auto-tune.
going hard in the paint sounds like a basketball reference.
Yeah,
But he's not.
It is that he is appropriated for other reasons.
Okay.
Gina, it's a metaphor.
Why did you interview him, Richie?
As a basketball player goes hard into paint, so does he.
But he's not going hard in the paint.
But he's quitting the rap for what?
I've been given up. Asked my wife. I don't want to rap.
Asked my wife.
He does. He's apparently done a song called "Hard into Paint." Do you have that one?
I don't.
He was at the Warped Tour a couple of years ago.
Why did
and
you?
I got to interview him.
You got to interview him.
Yeah,
Is he nice? He looks like he's a pretty nice guy.
He's a big deal, and he loves the Muppets.
Waka Flocka Flame.
Yeah, Waka Flocka.
Yeah. People want me to be hard into paint.
Okay.
I'm 32 years old. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't want to do this no more. I just want to be a good husband. I'm about to make a baby next year. I'm tired of going hard into paint. Okay.
All right.
So there you go.
Yes.
The University of Utah is planning to go hard in the paint by rebuilding their stadium.
Well, adding on to it.
A move that will potentially benefit more than just football fans. The university's Board of Trustees approved an $80 million bond to renovate Rice-Eccles Stadium, adding 5,000 seats.
Really?
To the south, the south side.
University spokesman Chris Nelson said, "I've always wanted to go south side. The renovation would not cost taxpayers." He said more details about the plans for expansion will be released today. The 51,000-seat stadium would also make Utah more attractive to the U.S. Olympic Committee.
Who's in town today?
Yeah. President, CEO of the Utah Sports Commission, Chris Robbins said restoring venues like the Vivint Smart Home Arena and Rice-Eccles Stadium could help the city with the Winter Olympic bid. Also helping is the fact that Oregon dropped out and some other place dropped out. I think it was Canada, I think. So the only cities in the running are Denver, Colorado, and Salt Lake.
Yeah, Reno dropped out.
Yeah, Reno, that's right.
I think Salt Lake has this with almost no effort. Oh, yeah. We got the brand new airport.
Yeah,
it's true.
That'll be done by then with the stadium, and we've kept up all of our facilities really well.
Yeah, I was just out at the Ice Oval. What year again?
What
would it be?
27 or something like that.
2027?
2028.
2028? I may not have to worry about that.
Well,
in any way? Gary?
2030.
Not that.
I don't
2030.
2030.
Yeah.
See, that's even further.
Yeah, 2030. That would be in. That would be 12. Well, it would be in 10, 12 years.
So you're counting on me still being on the radio in 12 years.
Yeah, no, you won't be.
What? You could be.
No.
Sure, you could.
Nah.
I mean, I need to be. I can't. I don't have any money to retire.
And you can't do anything else.
I can't do anything else.
For weeks this fall, an ebullient President Trump traveled relentlessly to raise the rafters campaign rallies, sometimes 3 a day in states where his presence was likely to help Republicans on the ballot. But his mood apparently has changed as he has taken the measure of the electoral backlash that voters delivered November 6th. And by the way, as more races are being called, more Democrats are declared winners, with the certainty that the incoming Democratic House majority will go after his tax returns, will investigate his actions, and the likelihood of additional indictments by Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Trump has retreated into a cocoon of bitterness and resentment.
Good.
Well, it's, I have lived in a cocoon of bitterness and resentment for many years now, and I kind of enjoy it.
Sad.
Behind the scenes, they say the president has lashed out at several aides, from junior press assistants to senior officials. He is furious, said one administration official. Most staffers are trying to avoid him. The official, who spoke on the condition of anonymity, painted a picture of a brooding president trying to decide who to blame for Republicans' election losses, even as he publicly and implausibly continues to claim victory.
I'm president, and you're not.
By the way, the whole snafu of him not going to the cemetery because of rain, he's blaming that on the Secret Service.
I would have gone. They wouldn't let me go.
Well, he said they said that there was we were supposed to go in a helicopter, but he said the rain. They told me the rain made it impossible. We couldn't go in the helicopter.
You could
They said, "Well, what about driving?" And they said, "No, we can't. We can't do that.
Why?
We can't." They just said no.
There's a road there.
No.
It was about
They
an
said
hour drive.
no.
Not a crazy drive.
They
about
said
an
no.
hour.
We can't drive.
How did everybody
no.
else get there?
They
drove.
Because they're Europeans.
The Secret Service doesn't know how to drive on the other side of the road?
No. It was in France. They're on so anyway.
People call it Britain. They call it Great Britain. They used to call it England, different parts. But the UK, great respect.
I forgot about this one.
Joaquin El Chapo Guzman was a ruthless criminal boss who ordered hits on his own loved ones, and his weapons of choice included a diamond-encrusted pistol and a gold-plated AK-47, a court has heard. Guzman, considered the world's largest drug trafficker since the death of Colombia's Pablo Escobar, is on trial in New York under draconian security arrangements after twice escaping from prison in Mexico. He faces 11 trafficking, firearms, and money laundering charges in what is expected to be a more than 4-month trial. He waved to his beauty queen wife, Emma Coronel, with whom he has been banned from having any direct contact or communication. When he saw her in court on Tuesday, she's showed up, and she is a beauty. She has showed up in court unexpectedly.
I don't know if it was unexpectedly. He requested a hug.
He wanted to hug her, and they said, "Nope, you are not going to get anywhere near her." No, it was kind of a surprise that she showed up. Guzman is accused of leading the Sinaloa cartel and turning it into the largest criminal organization on the planet, and using his own private army to take out his rivals.
Seriously, Mexico?
Jurors were told that they would hear chilling details of how Guzman operated during the trial, including how he turned parts of Mexico into war zones as he fought rivals to expand his reach. Let's see. How much time do we have?
Yeah, we probably ought to break.
Okay.
All right. Weather, traffic.
Weather, it is chilly again this morning, but will warm up a little bit more than it has been the last few days. 51 for a high today. And traffic, I appreciate all the friends of the program sending in traffic like this one. SR-73 from Saratoga Springs heading north, parking lot. Big mess 215 southbound by the Redwood Road exit. Friends of the program sent those in via text at 33986. Be fall ready with LASIK from Hoops Vision. Call 877-30-LASIK or visit hoopsvision.com.
Here's boner candidate number 3. I'm here to tell you somebody stole my bong. A man has been arrested after he drove his pickup truck into a courthouse in Mississippi. And I don't mean, into the parking lot. I mean right into the courthouse. News outlets reported that the Gulfport Police Department said in a news release that 28-year-old Keith Cavalier told officers he intentionally crashed into the Harrison County Courthouse on Saturday because it was the best way to let them know that his drug paraphernalia had been stolen.
That was the best way.
I can't disagree with
No
him.
one was hurt. Mr. Cavalier has been charged with driving under the influence and malicious mischief. Because of damage to the courthouse building, he is being held in the county jail. County offices were closed Monday for Veterans Day when he crashed into the building. Boner candidate number 3. I'm here to tell you that someone stole my bong.
All right. Let's review the first 2 and vote.
These are kind of just very simple, basic boner candidates today.
Classics.
Boner candidate number 1. You promise more pop than that for the Mazda. A man trying to trade cannabis for a Mazda SUV. He showed up with with 5.4 pounds of marijuana. It was less than what he had promised to bring. Oh, and it's illegal to trade pot for a car. Boner candidate number 2, yabba dabba don't. Fred Flintstone arrested in Florida for speeding in a car that he had built to look like the Flintstones' car. Oh, yeah, and he got belligerent with the police when they pulled him over. And boner candidate number 2, I'm here to tell you someone stole my bong.
All right. Time to vote for round 1. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. You see, if it wins here, it's just the winner of round 1. It has to defeat the winner of round 2's voting. Round 2 happens at 8:20 with 3 more candidates. And we'll take the winner of each round and throw them into boner fight at 9:20. That's when boner of the day will be decided by you. So pick your champion for round 1. Remember your candidate number, the one you think should win, 1, 2, or 3. Put that number in the message of a text. That's all we need in the message is just that single digit. The computer counts it for us if you text it to 33986. Or you can call 877-602-9696 and vote. Autumn is taking votes in the producer's booth. Or you can go to x96.com, look for the box that says Boner Voting November 14 and vote there. You've got 300 seconds to do it in, though. Let's go. It's round 1.
Non-stop music for 1 hour, right after Radio from Hell on X96.
I had a bizarre experience yesterday.
What?
So I don't order a lot of stuff from Amazon, but my gosh, it's really convenient. You know,
I was going to say, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I don't do it more, but it's
because it hurts local businesses.
Yeah, I'd rather shop
That's
locally.
the reason you shouldn't.
I'd rather shop locally, but there were every once in a while there's a specialty item I can't find, or I can't find. Maybe it's a pair of some clothing I can't find the right size or whatever. So anyway, I ordered this item. It doesn't matter what it was from Amazon. It was $10, and it was free shipping because I'd have Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the way they track the packages, man, it's really slick. I mean, they say, okay, the package is left here, and now it's here, and now it's here,
Mm-hmm.
and then they say the package has been delivered to your house. It's on your front porch, and it was there at 3:15.
Yeah.
So when it said that, I went out and there was no package, and I'm looking around. I go, there's no package anywhere, but clearly it said 3:15. So I got a hold of Amazon, and they said, well, I said maybe it just got delivered. It must have just gotten delivered somewhere else, and they said, well, we'll just refund your money. And I said, well, I don't know, should I wait a day or two? Well, you could, but we'll just refund your money. And we'll give you a $5 credit for your trouble. And I said, okay, thanks. And then I thought, I'm not going to order that thing again anyway. I'll go try and find it somewhere else. So yesterday, the woman next door comes over and says, here, this was delivered to my house. Now, Amazon has already said they're going to credit my account for $10.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes over and says, here, this package was delivered here accidentally. It's for you. It's the missing item. So my decision then is, do I keep it and steal $10 from Amazon? Or no, I don't. So
now you're on record.
Right. Well,
this is the radio bill?
So I say to myself, no, of course I don't. And I called them.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a hassle to get them to take $10 back from me. I was on the phone for a half an hour. It's like they couldn't figure out how to do it practically.
Nobody's ever called to give us money back.
I said, I just don't want to cheat you out of this $10. Well, okay. It's like
We're not used to people.
It's just $10.
Doing the right thing.
I mean, I was on hold for 20 minutes while this woman tried to figure out how to. She wasn't quite. So either she was inept or it just doesn't happen. I don't know. But what a hassle to get to give them back their $10. And I hope I still get my $5 credit.
I'm sure you will.
I hope.
It's 96.
Now, as soon as we award round one boner voting.
Hello, yeah, what?
So now is your chance, 877-602-9696.
Hello, yeah, what?
If you want to get in on this feature that we invented.
Yeah, that's part of the reason we're winning a major award this week.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
part
I'm
of
sure. Yeah.
Part of it.
Oh.
So 877-602-9696.
Hello, yeah, what?
Right now it's time to award round one of your boners.
And round one of the boner voting is brought to you in part by Hot Dog.
Really?
Yeah.
A grilled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't boil it.
No.
Well.
Well, you know, I mean, a boiled hot dog on occasion is.
Yeah.
I very seldom do it, but.
And Wednesday nights at Gracie's are sure to please with Geeks Who Drink Trivia from 6:30 to 8:30, followed by Breaking Bingo from 8:30 to 10. We're in a $3,500 jackpot. Stick around for live music with Talia Keys. I always get her. It's Talia, right? Not Talia.
Yeah, it's Talia.
I in my mind, I always say it different, and I like her a lot, and I don't want to say her name wrong. She's great. 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., adults only.
So, boner candidate number one was, you promised me more pot for the Mazda than you brought. 5.6 pounds of pot. It's illegal to trade pot for a car anyway. And then boner candidate number two, Yabba Dabba Don't, the belligerent Fred Flintstone in his smart car that he had made to look like a Flintstone car. Very creative looking, but he was speeding, and he got belligerent with Officer Stonehead. And then there was boner candidate number three. I'm here to tell you that someone stole my bong. A man crashing his pickup truck into a Mississippi courthouse. He thought that would be the best way to tell authorities that someone had stolen his drug paraphernalia. And I think the real boner here was the fact that it was Veterans Day and the courthouse was closed.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
any other day this would have been great.
Otherwise, you're making a point.
Yeah. Let's see. Gracie's the gift card was won by Devon, and the overwhelming winner with 117 votes. Boner candidate number 3. I'm here to tell you someone stole my bong.
There you go. That's the winner of round 1. It now qualifies to be Boner of the Day today. It has to defeat the winner of round 2's voting. We'll do this again at 8:20 with 3 more candidates. Then we'll take that winner, and the 2 winners will face off at 9:20. That's when Boner fight happens, and you decide Boner of the Day. All right.
Hello, yeah, what?
Oh, this is where you call in to congratulate us on winning a major award.
Well, you can call with whatever you want, Bill. The way Hello what works is it's whatever you want to talk about. 877-602-9696.
Hello, yeah, what?
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you can praise us, or you can damn us, or you can whatever.
You.
Yeah.
Or talk to us about anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be about us.
No.
Even though we won a major award. It doesn't have to be about us, Philip.
Hi, Philip.
Hey, good morning.
Hello, yeah, what?
Good morning, Philip. What's on your mind?
Hey, so I just wanted to tell you guys, I went to the 21 Pilots concert last night with AWOL Nation, and it was a really good time.
That's what I hear.
Those are 2 great bands together.
And I hear most of Utah was there last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty sold out, and I was surprised how well AWOL Nation was received.
Really?
They had the whole arena really rocking out with them.
Well, they've done very well for themselves. Our audience really likes that band.
Well, we
lot.
brought them here a couple times for different shows.
I think they've done several of our shows, haven't they? So AWOL Nation, now my daughter and her friend went to the show. They love 21 Pilots, but they like AWOL Nation a lot too, and so I think that it was just a great combination of bands. And how was the 21 Pilots show, Philip?
Oh, it was amazing. I took my 9-year-old son with me, and I think I made a fan out of him for life now. So.
Yeah. They cut across all ages.
And it's amazing that 2 guys just can put on that big of a show.
Now, 9-year-old, was that his first concert, rock concert?
Earlier in the year, I took him to see Fall Out Boy, and he really enjoyed that as well.
Okay.
This was my daughter's really first concert.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she likes to listen to a lot of music, but this is the first time she's really, and what an amazing thing to go to your first concert, a show that big.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Thanks, Philip.
It was amazing.
Thanks, Philip.
Glad you liked it.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Hello, yeah, what?
Let's go to 877-602-9696. Our line's open. If you've in mind to Brittany.
Hello, yeah, what?
No, Emily.
Emily, sorry. Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
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 So I just wanted to tell you guys that there is, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but it's called Thanksgiving Heroes.
Okay.
It's this project that delivers, they get groups of families that are in a tight spot, and they deliver food to them, a whole Thanksgiving meal, and that's happening this weekend, November 17th, at the Old Sports Authority building.
Okay.
At 11617 South Parkway Plaza Drive. They're going to be sorting and packaging the food for this fundraiser, and they're going to deliver to the families. So they're going to need some volunteers.
Okay.
What time?
So it starts at 7, and that's with sorting and unloading the trucks that they have. It's done by this great, amazing guy called Rob Adams. Well, his name's Rob Adams. And he started this a few years ago, and what he does is every year he gets together and just collects money. $80 usually provides a good Thanksgiving meal for the whole family.
Okay. And then so it's, where is it again?
So it's at the Old Sports Authority building out in South Jordan.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Emily.
you guys should volunteer. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, Emily. We'll see you. All right.
Hello, yeah,
See, you can use hello, yeah, what for whatever you want.
Yes. 877-602-9696 is the number to call to participate in Hello, Yeah, What.
Hello, yeah, what?
Peyton. Hi, Peyton.
Hi.
Hi.
So, what I was saying is what should go, because you guys are doing that this morning, right?
Yeah, things that must go.
Mm-hmm. Coming up at
Things that must go
8:45, yeah.
I'm going to have to say Obamacare.
How come?
Why is that, Peyton?
Just because, you know.
I could see you thought this through.
No, not just because you know. To give us a reason why.
Because of, doesn't Obamacare give insurance, or is it part of school lunches?
So you want to get rid of something?
Wait. I want to get rid of whatever Michelle Obama's putting in our school food.
That's not Obamacare.
I think we should say
goodbye.
That's not,
I thought it was.
No,
Peyton,
that's not.
Peyton, Peyton, I think you're trying to think things through, but you haven't done it yet.
Go do some reading.
Yeah, maybe that's the case.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll see you, Peyton.
Yeah,
All right.
But keep trying.
I'm just saying words that I've heard.
These are words I've These are words I've heard, and I'm saying them back.
Hello, yeah, what?
Let's go to 877-602-9696. Let's go to Quince.
Is your name really Quince?
Hello, yeah, what?
It is.
That's interesting.
I was the fifth son of 7 children.
Really?
Quince.
They sort of gave up on your
Yeah.
name.
I thought it was a fruit.
A quince is like a.
It is a fruit.
It grows on a tree, and it's like it's hard. It's like an apple, but
You
it's
know
very
where I
hard.
learned? Do you want to know where I learned that?
Where, Gina?
From White Men Can't Jump. Rosie Perez is trying out for Jeopardy, and
Yes.
she memorizes foods that begin with the letter Q
Mm-hmm.
because she thinks this is going to be. And she goes on Jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what category they have? Foods that begin with the letter Q.
I have a quince tree growing in my yard.
Sorry, Quince, that's not what you called about.
No, I did not. But it is always wonderful to talk about my name.
Yeah. So what do you want to talk about? A board game of some sort?
Yeah, so this Saturday at the West Jordan Library is a giant board game sale. A bunch of people come and kind of like a garage sale of their board games.
Oh, really?
And they'll also have like a game library, so it's fun for the family if they want to come and rent a game and play games. There'll be plenty of people who are willing to teach games. I think board games is one of the greatest socialization out there.
Well, that sounds interesting. Now, I have a bunch of board games that are unopened that I want to sell. Would I be able to do that there?
You would. I know that the tables are, I believe, are full, but it wouldn't stop people. Last time, I think they were full, and I showed up, and you just have to talk to a guy named Jeff.
Okay.
He can probably help you out. There's a Facebook event on it.
All right.
I think it's like 2018 giant board game sale or something like that.
Okay.
All right, Quince.
All right. Thank you, Quince.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
We'll see you. All right. We will take a quick break.
Hello, yeah, what?
We'll continue if you insist. 877-602-9696. Roger and Bonnie are on hold. Hang on, and we'll get to you after these messages. Gina, traffic, please.
Let's see. We've got a crash southbound I-15. This is at milepost 313. I-15, I-215 junction, the left lane blocked there. Crash southbound I-15 milepost 331. It's Church Street in Layton, right shoulder affected there. Crash southbound I-15 90th south in Salt Lake. And let's see. I believe that crash southbound I-215 at 39th south with a couple of different cars involved in that. That's still an issue for slowage. I think that's about it. When your fender bender can't fend for itself, get to Gerber. Gerber Collision and Glass, 5 area locations to serve you. GerberCollision.com.
You know, the economy in Utah is growing great, but not everybody feels that great job, that great growth.
Mm-hmm.
So wages may be kind of stagnant. You may be in a job that's kind of stagnant.
Yeah.
So why not take a risk and go to the apprenticeship job fair? It's tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow, the Department of Workforce Services is putting this on. You can get paid while you're learning a new skill. It's called an apprenticeship. Average starting wage for an apprentice is $15 an hour with regular pay increases as you can continue your training. So on average, after completing an apprenticeship, you'll make $60,000 a year. And that's without any student loan debt or anything like that. So
This is such a great deal.
It really is incredible.
Get out of your job that you just hate.
Yeah. So learn about apprenticeships available in Utah at the Apprenticeship Job Fair. That's tomorrow, November 15th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sanderson Center in Taylorsville. If you want to find out where that is, just put Sanderson Center in your Google map and it'll come up. You can meet with employers and even apply for apprenticeships on the spot. Learn more about it at jobs.utah.gov/apprenticeship.
We're giving away an iPad every weekday at the Mac Warehouse Apple Harvest.
How do you feel about hot water bottles?
No, I don't have a lot of experience with those. Although it seems to my grandmother always had one hanging on the back of the bathroom door with a hose on it.
That wasn't a hot water.
Oh, it wasn't?
It wasn't?
Well, what was it?
Oh.
It was
Really?
red rubber.
Yeah, that wasn't a hot
with
water.
a hose
Really?
on it.
No.
Wait a minute, she just left that out?
What was that for?
You really don't know?
I just want you to tell me. I might know, but
It's something that's not recommended anymore that women do.
Oh.
Don't-
Well, I think
that's what that was.
I think
that
it was
not a hot water
I
bottle.
think it was also used for enemas. They used them for enemas, I think, as well.
Sure.
But it was the same thing, right? It was the hot water. You could take the hose off.
I don't think you should
think it
use
was
it
the
for
same-
all of those things.
Well, I think it was the same deal. You could take the hose off, and there was a stopper. I think.
This really disturbs me because I thought it was just a hot water bottle. It was like at my aunt's house.
Nope.
And I saw that. She just left that out?
Yeah, they always used to be hanging on the back, right?
I mean, she knew that we were coming to visit.
So they can dry them out. You
Yeah.
got to hang them
What are you
up.
just leaving that out for?
They were always on a hook on the back of the
People
bathroom
are coming
door.
to visit you.
It was the custom
Of
of
the
the time. Back in the day, that's what they did.
Don't do.
But I think they also used them as hot water
I hope
bottles.
not.
I'm going to look it up. I'll look it
If your
up.
grandma ever handed you a hot water bottle, I hope it was something
Hey,
different.
even if it was an enema bag, all right? Why did she leave that out? She knew that we were coming to visit. You put stuff away when you
Well,
know
where are you
people
gonna-
are coming to visit.
Put that in the enema bag drawer.
I mean,
And
I
they
mean,
used
I know we're family, but
and they used
come
it
on.
for flushing other things out as
Yes.
well. They used it for douching.
Why would my aunt just leave that out?
Harry, don't douche.
She's a horrible person.
No, everybody did.
I remember my grandma having it hanging on. Grandma Fern had it on the back of her.
Douche.
I mean, I didn't like her anyway, but now I really don't like her.
But see, it didn't do you any damage because you didn't know.
It's doing it now.
The memory.
It's making me think about.
Are you scarred now?
No, her thought process. Family's coming to visit. I'm just going to leave this out. I don't care.
Well, maybe somebody in the family needs an enema or a douche or a hot water bottle. It's handy.
what?
X96 is proud to welcome Muse, the Simulation Theory World Tour, to Vivint Smart Home Arena on Thursday, February 28th. Tickets go on sale November 16th through Ticketmaster, but X96 has your chance to win them before you can buy them. I'm going to give you a keyword. You're going to text it to 33986 for your chance to win tickets to the show and a copy of Muse's brand new album. Plus, you'll be in the running for a grand prize trip to Las Vegas to see Muse's concert there with flights and hotel, and it's a big thing. Here is your keyword: dead. D-E-A-D, dead. Text that to 33986.
All right, let's continue.
Hello, yeah, what?
The feature where you call and talk to us, and we respond.
Oh, that's part of it, huh?
This is from Bonnie. Bonnie is here.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hello there, Bonnie.
Hi.
Hi, Bonnie. Are you aware that we have won a major award?
Who's won a major award?
We have.
Oh, you guys.
The Radio from Hell show, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard.
Okay.
We're gonna tell you about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
It is, isn't it? What have you called us for?
So I'm calling to talk about Grid Zine Fest. Is a zine fest in Salt Lake City.
What's it called?
It's the Grid Zine Fest.
I still don't know what you said.
She said the Grid Zine Fest. You know what a zine is?
A magazine?
Yeah, zines are sort of like independent, underground publications, self-published usually.
That's a fantastic.
And interestingly enough, KJQ used to have a zine called Grid.
Oh, X96
X did. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
sorry,
I
we did.
I was not aware of that.
Yes,
A long
time ago, we had one called Grid.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of, going for the Salt Lake grid system thing. Is that the same idea?
No,
Okay.
no.
No, I don't remember
No.
why we called it that. But
It
we
was
did.
just something to call it.
Cool. Yeah.
So when is
I got
this
it.
Zine Fest and where is it?
So the Zine Fest is not until next spring, but we've got a few things coming up on our docket. We're still securing the location, but it should be April 13th. Next spring is tentative date.
Okay.
And the application to sign up for a table is opening December 1st.
Where will it be?
And we're figuring out our location for the festival.
Well, why don't you call us back when there's a little bit more solid information?
Yeah, that helps.
Can I just tell you really quick about we've got a fundraiser night coming up tomorrow night.
Okay.
So it's at Handlebar on 751 North 300 West, and it's a bingo night, and we've got lots of prizes, and it's our biggest fundraiser for the year, and it helps us be able to secure our location for in the spring. It helps us do promotion, get all our tables, everything like that.
Okay.
So it's Thursday, November 15th from 7 to 9 at Handlebar.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Great.
Bye-bye,
Thank you.
Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Roger.
Hello, yeah, what?
You know, the Salt Lake Library has a very nice collection of zines. Dozens of them.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Roger.
Hi, Roger.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hello, yeah, what?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Roger.
Okay, 4 months ago, I got out of my elevator, got in my car to go to work, and I think it was Bill. Told a joke. Said, don't push the button with the red fire hat on it. You don't get a free fire hat. I haven't changed my radio since that day. You guys are the best. Was that you, Bill?
That was me, yes. I said, you press that button, you get a free fire hat. Yeah, that was me.
That's right. You said it.
Yes.
as if to do it, And oh, man, I about died because there's a button in my elevator I ride every day that has a fire hat. So I'm reminded of you every day.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that joke. One of my favorite things to do is when you get on an elevator that has it only goes to one floor. I like to look at people and say, "Number 2, please. Would you like number 2?" It's but that's.
But that's the thing that's kept you around. We'll take it.
Well, I'm glad that did it for you.
The humor, you guys are great. You're funny. Keep it up. Love it.
Well, thanks,
Thank
Roger.
you.
Hello? Yeah, what?
Okay. All right.
As long as people like Roger are around with a low bar.
Yes, sophomoric humor. We'll keep you there.
We'll continue winning major awards.
Hello, yeah, what?
Deanna. Hi, Deanna.
Hello, yeah,
Hello.
what?
Hello.
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 Hello, it's me, Gina.
Yeah.
So my daughter was listening to the radio on Monday when you were talking about a certain establishment where you learn to skate. And so she listened the whole time, and then when I picked her up from school, she informed me that she doesn't want to use the skating walker.
At Classic Fun Center, they have walkers.
And she fell down and hurt herself, and now you're being sued, Gina.
No. So we're going on Saturday, and now she doesn't want to use the walker. So now please tell me how I can teach my daughter to skate while pushing a stroller. Because I push a stroller with my other kids in it.
Oh.
So now she wants to learn all by herself. And she wants me to hold her hand so she doesn't fall.
How old?
So thank you. She's 8.
8.
Yeah, you've ruined it.
That's
for
about
them.
the age, though.
So thank you, Gina.
Yeah. Why don't you do this? Deanna? Why don't you have your 8-year-old push the stroller and skate?
And I'll just go skate.
Yeah.
And play on the bouncy houses and not wash my hands and eat pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, but
There you go.
But I mean, sort of skate along with her, but have her hold on to the stroller.
That's kind of
push
tricking her into holding on to something.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Yes.
But
So it defeats the purpose of not having the walker.
Yeah.
Because she wants to learn how.
Yeah.
And after she goes around
She
a couple
does.
times,
know.
then maybe she'll
Yeah,
let
then she'll
go.
get the hang of it.
Yeah.
But I want you to just remember the advocates. Okay.
All right, we got to go.
Thank you.
All right. See ya.
All right, we have time for one more call, I think. Jessica.
Hello, Jessica.
Hi.
What?
Yes.
Hi, I just wanted to say congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
You don't even know what it is yet, right?
I have no idea. Yeah, but you keep talking about it. So I'm like, I guess I'll call him and say congratulations.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay,
It's
sure.
always just a big deal.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you. It's a major award.
Yeah, it is. Major. Tomorrow.
What is it?
Well, we'll tell you
Or
tomorrow.
are you going to tell us tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll tell you tomorrow.
All right. We'll see you.
All right, well, I'll be very
Bye-bye.
patiently waiting then.
Okay.
I guess we quickly have enough time for Stacy.
Hi,
Hello,
Stacy.
yeah, what?
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to call and tell you that my 5-year-old daughter, Lemon, loves Hello, Yeah, What.
Oh,
okay.
Has loved it since she was 3. Every time it comes on, she sits in my back of my car and just goes, hello, yeah, what?
Hello, yeah,
what?
And
Over and over again.
And your daughter's name is Lemon?
Yes, it's Lemon.
That's very interesting. I mean, is that a nickname or is that really her?
No, that's really her first name. So when my husband and I aren't like huge fans, but we watched a couple episodes of 30 Rock,
Mm-hmm.
and he calls her Lemon.
Liz
Oh,
Lemon.
yeah.
Liz Lemon.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And we were like, oh, that would be the cutest name for
It
a
is
little
cute.
girl.
So-
Back when we were not planning on having any kids
All
ever
right.
again.
Yeah. Well,
I love lemons.
I kind of
They're
it's-
sunny and
it's okay.
They're one of my favorite citrus.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Lemon. Bye, Lemon.
Hello, yeah, what?
All right. That's good enough. Thank you very much.
I hope Lemon was in the back of the car.
I got this email from Jessica. It says, could you please remind all listeners that they should be reporting debris to Utah Highway Patrol or call 911? Debris in the road is a major cause of accidents and needs to be reported to authorities to clean it up. I love that you mention it, but I want to make sure it gets to authorities so it can be cleaned up. Thank you. Good point.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just make that be the traffic. For
That's the
this hour.
traffic?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We have boners round 2. Coming up, here are the candidates. Boner candidate number 1, assault and battery with crispy bacon. Boner candidate number 2, the cerebral palsy bridge. And boner candidate number 3, I have plan. We disguise ourselves as boss.
Okay. That one you're going to want to go to x96.com/live.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now we've got round 2 of your boner voting. Big boy news, innuendo, all coming up. Brooklinen.com. It's getting a little bit cooler, so you're sleeping with the window just cracked just enough. Well, Hudson gets a little chilly.
Oh.
And right here.
That snuggles up to your back?
Loves the Brooklinen sheets. He's a big fan of them. He sticks his nose in and pushes them up and everything. Brooklinen sheets named the winner of the best online bedding category by Good Housekeeping. Rave reviews from Men's Health magazine, Apartment Therapy, Business Insider. They have 30,000 5-star reviews, more than any other online bedding company. About 500,000 happy sleepers and counting, including myself. It's a great website as well. Very easy to use. They wanted to make 5-star hotel quality sheets more affordable and easy to order, and they have succeeded. My Brooklinen sheets are the best, most comfortable sheets I've ever slept on, and now it's time for your chance to try them. Brooklinen.com giving an exclusive offer just for our listeners. Get $20 off and free shipping when you use the promo code Jackson, my last name, at brooklinen.com. They are so confident in their product. All their sheets and comforters and towels come with a lifetime warranty. But the only way to get $20 off and free shipping is to use the promo code Jackson. That's Jackson at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com, and the promo code Jackson. These really are the best sheets ever.
Hello, X96. Oh, hello, Bert. Bert, calm down, okay? Look, hang on a sec, okay? We'll talk to you on the speakerphone. Hang on just a second. Bill, it's Bert.
Oh, man. Bert, again? That's the third time this week.
Come on now. The guy's going through some real tough stuff right now. We may be the only friends he has left.
Well, why can't he call and cry to Dom?
Dom DeLuise has deserted him, too. I mean, look, let's talk to him. I mean, he's really hurting.
Oh, all right. Put him on the speakerphone. Okay. Hi, Bert. It's Carrie and Bill.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Bet you're real excited about that Cop and a Half movie finally coming out, Bert.
Bill, Cop and a Half has been out for a year, and it was a stiff. Bert, I saw that movie. It was great. I bought my own copy. You were great. That kid sucked.
Yeah, sorry, Bert.
Thank you.
Well, hey, how's Lonnie doing?
Bill, Lonnie dumped him some time ago. Don't listen to him. She's a lying bitch, Bert. You're better off without her. And she looks like hell. Yeah, she looks like a mortician does her makeup.
Yeah, she looks awful, Bert. Not like you. You look great these days.
Yeah.
Saw you on Evening Shade the other night, Bert. Hey, you doing something different to your hair?
Jesus, hair fell out years ago. Nobody can tell, Bert. It looks great. Very natural.
Oh, yeah, it's very nice. You must be paying big money for those rugs.
Oh, listen, Bert, I'm real sorry. I mean, you call us up so that we can cheer you up, and, well, I just don't think we're doing a very good job.
No.
Bert, is there another old friend that you can call?
I know, Bert. You ought to call Dinah. What's Dinah Shore doing?
Way to go, Einstein. Dinah Shore has been dead for months.
Oh. Well, how about we have him call Sally Field? Is she still alive?
You idiot.
Radio from Hell show on X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
All right, it is 8:20, and that means it's time for round 2 of your boner voting. Presenting to you now 3 news stories. They are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. Boner means mistake. Your job is to listen to all 3 of them and then decide which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. If it wins here, it'll go up against the winner of round 1's voting. We did that an hour ago. So we'll take both those candidates and put them into the Boner Dome. At 9:20, boner fight happens, and you decide boner of the day. So pick your champion for round 2 now. 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you'll vote, and one of you lucky random boner voters will receive
tickets to see Neil Gaiman live at the Eccles.
Boner candidate number 1, assault and battery with crispy bacon. A South Carolina McDonald's employee was reportedly charged with third-degree assault and battery last Friday after she physically confronted her manager. The incident happened at around 1:30 p.m. when the Bluffton fast food worker she refused to stop eating bacon in the restaurant's kitchen. According to a police report cited by the state, the manager asked the unidentified employee to stop eating the bacon in the kitchen while working. The employee, however, continued to eat the bacon, prompting the manager to tell the employee's boss. The employee was upset by the manager's action and reportedly backed the manager into a corner in the kitchen and began to shove hot, crispy bacon in her face, the report said. The manager tried to push back from the employee, and the employee hit her on the left side of her face with the crispy bacon. Another employee tried to break up the altercation and called 911. Police arrived on the scene, and a judge issued an arrest warrant for the employee and charged the employee with assault and battery with the crispy bacon.
Must have been really crispy.
Boner candidate number 1, assault and battery with crispy bacon. Boner candidate number 2, the cerebral palsy bridge. Canadian police are investigating after a boy with cerebral palsy was forced to lie down in a stream so students could walk over him.
What?
A Facebook video showed 14-year-old Brett Corbett acting as a human bridge across the waterway outside Nova Scotia's Glace Bay High School as a female student steps on his back without getting wet. It started as a dare, but then someone threatened to push me, Brett told the CBC. He was told if he didn't get in, he would be thrown in. So he felt he had no choice, add mom Terry McEachern. She told the Washington Post a total of 3 students walked on her son during the incident,
Who would do such a thing?
leaving her heartbroken. She wasn't the only one. Parents, you failed this generation, a family friend captured the video that he uploaded. Per the Post, and other footage showed students yelling profanities at Brett, whom they directed back into the water when he stands up. A student tells the Cape Breton Post that those involved were suspended for a day, though a rep for the Cape Breton Victoria Regional School Board wouldn't confirm that, noting school and police investigations are ongoing.
Little jerks.
Some students also apologized. This has turned out to be the worst decision of my life, one boy said in a statement read at a public meeting. I should have helped you instead of breaking you down, added another girl who apologized in person to Brett, and that brought him to tears. He said he was glad it happened to him because maybe his story can make a difference.
The video is really hard to watch.
Yeah.
Dylan had it at x96.com/live.
Boner candidate number 2, the cerebral palsy bridge. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3, I have plan. We disguise ourselves as boss.
That one you're going to want to see the video for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's see now. Oh, yes, it's time for, we'll get to that after the big boy news and Opinnuendo now, brought to you by
Urban Armor Gear phone cases are redefining what protection looks like. Lightweight, slim, and built to endure extreme drops. Trust UAG to protect all of your devices. UAG is available at all 9 Bad Apple locations, and for a limited time, receive 20% off all UAG products. Go to badapplerepair.com.
Aerosmith's Joe Perry is on the mend.
He's fine. He's just fine.
The Aerosmith rocker gave his fans a health update on Tuesday. He says he's doing well after collapsing backstage at a Billy Joel concert. He says, I'm doing well. I think it's my health problems, though, that makes it impossible for me to grow hair between the two ends of my mustache. I think that's what it is.
I hate that.
I can't, for some reason, I can only grow like the two ends of the mustache. I can't grow hair in the middle. I don't know why that is, he said, as he fell back into his hospital bed. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump.
Melanie
Trump plan to skip this year's Kennedy Center Honors Award ceremony for performing artists.
They didn't go last year either.
Who include Cher,
yeah,
an outspoken
Cher.
critic of the president, and
Cher
she's
hates
thrilled.
it. Yeah.
She said they say at this time there's no plans for them to attend the Kennedy Center Awards. This will mark the second year that the president and Melania have missed the star-studded D.C. affair. Cher has been a regular at anti-Trump rallies and marches and is a frequent critic of the president.
She yells on Twitter a lot. Cher always tweets in capital all caps.
She says she's thrilled at the prospect that the Trumps will not be attending. Other awardees include a raccoon. Oh, no, that's Reba McEntire. Philip Glass, Wayne Shorter, and the creators of Hamilton.
You know what? I'm not going to get into it because we won. It doesn't matter. Well, we won.
A Utah priest who's been charged with patronizing a prostitute has pleaded no contest to the misdemeanor. The priest, whose name I can't pronounce, I think he goes by, I think people just call him Father Andy, has not admitted any guilt, but he resolved the case by agreeing to pay a $680 fine and taking an HIV test. He was arrested for allegedly offering to pay an undercover officer for sex. The case has now been dismissed. He's happy that this matter has come to a conclusion, and he's ready to move forward, said defense attorney Clayton Sims. The Salt Lake Catholic Diocese said Tuesday it hasn't decided whether the priest will be able to resume his position with the Salt Lake City's St. Ambrose Parish and Cosgriff Memorial Catholic High School. He was initially...
High school.
St. Cosgriff Memorial Catholic School. He was initially put on administrative leave for 3 months until the matter was resolved. From the beginning, the priest denied the allegation. He told police he was in the area of 2nd North and 9th West. People making a note of that now.
Yes.
Where officers had set up a sting operation to get food from a taco stand.
Catholics!
The mother of a boy who alleged that he was sexually assaulted at a football practice in September says an effort is underway to discredit the school resource officer handling the case. Misty Cox on Tuesday said that people connected to the boys facing charges are working to have Detective Carl Wimmer of the Gunnison Police Department fired. She said that they'll be speaking at a school board meeting at Gunnison Valley this afternoon. Kent Larson, superintendent of the South Sanpete School District, said that he was not aware of this effort. Kim Pickett, president of the school board, said there have been no discussions surrounding Mr. Wimmer, adding the detective is not employed by the district and can't be fired by the district. The public is invited to address the board at each meeting, Pickett said. That segment of the meeting is generally limited to 30 minutes. More than 14 students have come forward to report abuse at the hands of one Gunnison Valley High School student who a judge has ordered to study from home. Ms. Cox said she's going to organize people to attend the meeting in support of the resource officer, Mr. Wimmer. It's very sad to me that somebody who is protecting our children and serving our community would be attacked in such a gross manner. Detective Wimmer didn't return any messages seeking comments from him on the situation. You remember? So this in 2016 in Ohio, 8 members of one family were found brutally murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And that case has gone unsolved until now. or at least no arrests had been made until now.
I think they had some idea who did it, but they didn't want to give out too much information and tip them off.
Well, authorities have announced that marijuana operations were found near the crime scene. They figured it was probably drug-related. Well, yesterday, after more than 2 years of speculation about why the family was executed at night, as most of them were asleep, law enforcement officials announced arrests in the case, which Mike DeWine, the Ohio Attorney General, described as a 1,000-piece puzzle. A husband, a wife, 2 adult sons were charged with aggravated murder and could face the death penalty if convicted. The couple's mothers were accused of participating in a cover-up. The authorities said the suspects had been friends with the family that was killed. They have not. Now, they've arrested these people. They haven't offered an explanation much other than to say the crime was related to child custody issues. Sean Hannity went on a rant against far-left grandstanding Jim Acosta, the CNN reporter.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Referring to CNN, the CNN reporter as a far-left, grandstanding, sycophant left-winger. Hannity, who was slammed last week for campaigning alongside President Trump at a rally in Missouri, spent 8 minutes accusing Acosta of not being a fair, balanced, independent journalist.
Like he is.
CNN sued the Trump administration on Tuesday after the White House revoked Acosta's press credentials following a fiery exchange with the president during a news conference. Hannity attacked Acosta last week as well, claiming the CNN reporter was a disservice to real journalists in the press corps. Now Hannity will say, "I'm not a reporter. I'm not a journalist. I'm the host of a magazine show. I'm the host of a show. I'm not a reporter."
Typical liberal.
That's what he'll say.
That means it's a liberal.
Pilots off the coast of Ireland saw a UFO. Bright lights from an unidentified flying object baffled commercial airline pilots near Ireland and prompted a federal investigation into their mysterious origin. At least 3 pilots, including ones from Virgin Atlantic and British Airways, spotted the glowing orbs streaking across the sky near Shannon at astronomical speeds Friday, according to The Guardian UK.
That's the Russians.
It was moving so fast, one of the pilots said it came up over our left-hand side, rapidly veered to the north. It was a very bright light, and it disappeared at very high speeds. Air traffic controllers in Shannon said there were no planes in the area, and nobody is sure what it was, and these were all independent
separate
that saw it. Somebody said it looked like a meteor or another object making some kind of re-entry into the atmosphere, but nobody's been able to explain what it was at this point.
It's the Russians.
It was the Russians, you say?
It wasn't aliens.
Why not? It could have been.
It was aliens.
It could have been.
I hope it is aliens.
You hope it's not the Russians?
I would rather it be aliens
Yes,
than
me
the
too.
Russians.
Sure. Why?
Because then at least human beings would have something to team up against, and we'd all be together because that's just the nature of our species.
It might be aliens. Someday it could be aliens.
I want that whole Watchmen situation to go down.
Somebody says it's probably not aliens, but they said probably not. They didn't say definitely
I don't know for
not.
sure. It's an unidentified object.
That's the whole point. Sports, weather, traffic.
Yeah. So a petition demanding Maroon 5 drop out of the Super Bowl.
Sports.
It's a Super Bowl.
Why are they demanding they drop out?
Because no one wants to see Maroon 5.
So there's a change.org petition.
Because that's how things are done.
With over 35,000 signatures.
They're not good enough to be in the Super Bowl? Is that the idea?
That's the argument.
The other argument is, and apparently Maroon 5 was down on the list of people that they asked to perform at the Super Bowl. Like they asked Rihanna, and she said no, because I have problems with the NFL, and I don't want to be a part. So that's the other part of it is, if Maroon 5, does Maroon 5 stand with...
Yeah.
And I thought I read somewhere that they don't pay you.
No. You get to be
in the Super Bowl.
It is
the biggest stage in the world.
There are a lot of eyes on you.
There are other reasons to do it, but I don't as much as you've signed that and think that will do something. Maroon 5 will be the halftime performance.
There's no stopping it.
The Jazz tonight, they play Dallas at 6:30. Weather, it's pretty chilly right now. It's only 28, but it will be a little warmer this afternoon than it has been earlier in the week. 51 and sunny. Traffic northbound Harrison Boulevard is closed at 20th Street. This is, of course, up in Ogden. Crash eastbound Highway 201 at 33rd West in West Valley City. Right lane is blocked there. Crash eastbound I-215 at the ramp to go I-15 in Murray. Let's see. We've got crash southbound I-15 at the I-15, I-215 junction in Davis County. It's the news you trust from the most experienced team in Utah 2 News. Check out the new KUTV.com.
Here's boner candidate number 3. I have plan. We disguise ourselves as boss. There's a bridge.
Oh, go to x96.com/live to see this.
There's a bridge in Russia. It is vehicles only. No foot traffic. Only cars, trucks, buses. 4 people decide we're going to go cross bridge. We will disguise ourselves as a bus. They built an elaborate a box to look like the yellow school bus.
Why is this a boner?
They put it over.
Good for them.
They put it over their heads, and then except you can see their feet as they walk across across bridge.
And then it looks like some sort of officer comes up and
hey now
and says, "Oh, you're not fooling anybody, you know."
Excuse me, gentlemen. We see your feet. You are not the boss. we cannot allow you to cross bridge. Boner candidate number 3. I have plan. We disguise ourselves as boss.
All right. Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. Assault and battery with crispy bacon. A McDonald's worker accused of assaulting a manager with some crispy bacon. She was supposed to be working, not eating bacon back in the kitchen. Boner candidate number 2, the cerebral palsy bridge. A boy with cerebral palsy, this is up in Canada, was told to lie down in the water so that they could use him as a bridge across this stream. And boner candidate number 3, I have plan. We disguise ourselves as boss.
All right, here we go. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates which one is the worst. Which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. If it wins here, it'll go up against the winner of round 1's voting. It's a pretty good candidate. We did that an hour ago, by the way. But we'll take both of the winners of each round, put them into boner fight at 9:20, and that's when you'll decide boner of the day. So right now, pick your champion of round 2. 1, 2, or 3. Remember the candidate number that you think should win. Put that number in the message of a text. That's all we need in the message of the text is that single digit. And then the computer can count it straight away. Text that to 33986. Or you can call 877-602-9696. The producer's booth will take your voice vote. Or go to x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Voting November 14 and vote there. You've got 300 seconds to vote. We'll award round 2 and then things that must go. Stand by.
So, I realize I haven't talked a lot about food on the trail, and I'll try to send you some pictures. I've actually taken some pictures of plates of food that I've been eating, but it's really interesting. All the places we stop at tea houses for food, and lunch and dinner, and generally we'll have hot black tea. And then you can order. There are a variety of things on the menu, and they're all kind of the same. You can get spaghetti with meat sauce, spaghetti with tomato sauce, spaghetti with a fried egg on top, and then there are also various local things that you can have. For instance, tonight I'm having Sherpa stew with vegetables. And if I want to, I could have Sherpa stew with vegetables and meat, and that would probably be buffalo meat. I decided I could have a steak. It's a buffalo steak. I'd have thought, I don't think I want a buffalo steak. So there are all kinds of things you can eat. And the service is really pretty good. It's not very crowded up here at this time of the year, and so the service is pretty fast, and they bring stuff out. But it's I don't know how to describe. It sounds like normal food, but it isn't. It has a really all of it has a very odd kind of twist to it. It's good. It's filling. But it all has this kind of, like I had a tuna sandwich today. I said, let me try a tuna sandwich and a bowl of soup. Well, the tuna sandwich was just a canned tuna on bread that had been heated up, and I don't think there was anything else on the bread. Just tuna and bread, and then it had been heated up. It was a little odd, but believe me, I ate it. And then one of my favorite things, though, is potato time with the Sherpa guys who are carrying our stuff. A great crew of guys carrying our stuff, and they all gather around and have potato time. There's a big plate of like red potatoes, so back home, small red potatoes, and they bake them up and they take them in their hands and they rub the skin off of them, and then they dip the potato in this kind of hot, spicy pepper. Chili pepper stuff. Really good. A hot potato, nothing like it at the end of 2 hours I walked up and up and up today. We'll tell you more about it coming up.
Any given moments? Follow him on Twitter at RFH Bill. Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, we got things that must go, but first, we've got to award round 2 of your boner voting.
And round 2 of the boner voting is brought to you in part by sauerkraut.
That was on the hot dog.
Yeah.
Live at the Eccles and Fan X presenting Neil Gaiman, the #1 New York Times bestselling author of more than 20 books like Coraline, American Gods, and the Sandman series. Saturday, November 17th at the Eccles Downtown Theater. Tickets and information at liveattheeccles.com. And
if you add the code X96 when you're purchasing online, you get 15% off select seats.
So, boner candidate number 1 was assault and battery with crispy bacon. A McDonald's worker accused of assaulting a manager back in the kitchen with crispy bacon. Boner candidate number 2, the cerebral palsy bridge. A boy in Canada with cerebral palsy was told to lie down in the water so that other kids can walk across you, using him as a bridge. And boner candidate number 3, I have plan. We disguise ourselves as bus so we can use vehicle-only bridge. This will work. No, it won't. Well, you know, there were 2 candidates there. One was just a fun little throwaway candidate, really. We disguise ourselves as bus, but it got more votes than number 1, the crispy bacon one. But the winner, of course, had to be boner candidate number 2, the cerebral palsy bridge.
I predict it will be the boner of the week.
That is a safe prediction.
Likely it will.
All right, so that is now the winner of round 2. It goes up against the winner of round 1's voting. Round 1 was still a pretty good candidate.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll throw them both into the Boner Dome at 9:20, and you'll decide boner of the day at that time with Boner Fight. Things that must go, brought to you by...
If you know someone who's given back to the community in an extraordinary way, nominate them for I Am Flash's Unsung Heroes program. Visit iamflash.com/hero today.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
These are things that are really tormenting you, and you need them to go from your life. So you put them down in an email, and then you send them to us, and hopefully if we read them on the radio, they'll leave your life completely, or at least it'll make you feel better if we read them. So put them in an email, say must go on the subject line, and then send them along. I'll begin today. This one is from Good Morning. You can use my name. Good morning, Lords. I've had some time to cool down since my drive to work this morning, so I'm not as livid and scared as I was a couple of hours ago, but I feel that I need to share my things that must go with you, even though my raging fire has quelled to a steady burning.
Well, okay.
Let me continue my preface with where I live. I live in Thousand Oaks, California.
Oh.
Some of you may or may not know that this morning on November 8th, our community was attacked. I'm not going to rehash the story for you since I'm listening to you talk about it on your podcast right now. I don't want to make a big political statement. I'll just tell you my things that must go. Number 1, waking up to a frantic call from my mother in Utah because she's heard the news.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, places of fun and camaraderie turning into massacres. Number 3, disassociation from shootings due to geographical distance. I'm guilty of this. However, this happened. Everyone, it happened again. It will happen again. I drive past this gunman's house and the place of the shooting on my commute every day.
Wow.
Hell, I pass this house on my trip to the damn grocery store. Number 4, rallies for gun control and better mental health. Now, don't mistake me here. I want those things, and I believe these to be 2 imperative steps to ease our problem here in the U.S. But before we get to those, let's all just take a moment to love those around us and remind them that you love them, because it's all too likely that they will be taken from you before you have a chance. Love those you want to hate, too, because the divisiveness is part of what keeps these problems coming back. Love comes first. Let your action for better laws be driven by love, not anger, not fear, but love of the people around you and your desire for their safety. Thanks for taking time to listen. I know it's not my place to make a statement on any of this, but even though this won't make what happened go away, it's been therapeutic for me. So thanks.
Good.
Thank you for being a beacon of happiness and giving me something to occupy my time while I process this. chef. This one, good morning. My name is Danny, and my thing that must go is phone shaming. I still carry a flip phone.
What?
That I recently tracked down and purchased off the internet to replace my last one.
Wow.
I love its simplicity, its durability, the cool noise it makes when it fits, and it fits neatly into that otherwise useless pocket on the side of my also special order carpenter pants. It needs to be said, not everyone has a smartphone and can therefore not see the emojis in your texts. I have to forward messages to my wife's phone to decipher or ask via a reply if you just said thumbs up, happy face, balloons, or angry cat, pile of poop balloons. Emojis as a method of communication must go. We flipper people are also unable to opt out of group text messages and have to check the phone all day long, every time it chimes, just to find out that a bunch of unrecognized phone numbers will be late to a party or bringing the bean dip. Group messaging must go. Feeling awkward about having to ask for specific directions to a random house address because I can't just type it into my phone, as most assume any idiot alive can do, must go. Not being able to easily or at all go to a concert, get an Uber, read a newspaper, or ride a scooter without a smartphone and app must go. And finally, my last thing that must go are those damn kids who won't get off my lawn. Thanks for letting me listen.
Get a smartphone.
You just gave a list of reasons why you need to upgrade.
And finally, this one, Lady Raccoon here. Yes, you can use that. My thing that must go is this, not teaching your kids how to properly take care of their trash. Every day I watch students drop trash, walk away, leave their lunch wrappers on every surface of the school, and leave a snowfall of wrappers on the school bus. Come on, teach your kids that their littering is affecting our planet. There may be people hired to clean up public places. However, that doesn't mean your kids get to be a douche. Thanks for your daily shenanigans, Lady Raccoon, my new rebranded name. All right.
Sure.
Gary?
Let's see, this one from Gary. When I'm sitting around in my house all morning, drinking coffee, getting ready for work, then without fail, my morning poop doesn't hit me until I back out of the driveway,
Yeah, that happens
making me
sometimes.
late.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary. This one from Brittany. Thanks for letting me listen over 20 years now. Feel free to use my name. I don't give a hug. First, Utah County must go.
The whole county?
They ruin everything.
Oh,
my. Second, old people voting. They're not going to live to see the conservatives further destroy our country. The butthole last night at the voting center that didn't have snacks.
You should have snacks.
That yelled, "They're all immigrants!" and then stormed out. Can we just get rid of him? But lastly, rude people must go. We don't always need to agree, but we can stop being. Can we stop being psycho murderous mobs? Yeah. Thanks for informing us. The big reason that I'm a bleeding heart liberal. All right, this one from Gilbert. As I was getting ready this morning and again for bed, I'm faced with a must go that infuriates me. Thing that must go: any toothpaste or contact lens solution bottle that does not have a flip top lid must go. I should be able to grab that mother one-handed to get it to work quickly instead of a two-handed job. It slows me down.
Yeah.
Gilbert's in a hurry. You know.
Just one from me, firstly. Restaurants that get rid of menu items for no good reason. Stuffing is not seasonal. And if it had a season, it would be this season.
That's true.
Tradition, bring your stuffing back.
Wish I had your problems.
Feel free to use my name. Okay, Lucy? My thing that must go is fancy Beamers, Hummers, and Cadillacs in my income-restricted apartment building. If you have to live somewhere that helps low-income families, how the heck are you able to afford those cars? Another thing is the stupid light by IKEA. Other than on the weekend, it doesn't need to be on a damn timer. Sitting at that light at 6:50 a.m. is super irritating, and I just run the damn thing most of the time. I do that too, Lucy. Yep. Let's see. Please don't use my name. Coworkers giving you details about their sex life must go.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't ask.
Sorry, you guys.
What makes you think I want to know the very private details of your life? We are coworkers, not friends. And even if we were friends, I still don't want to know what you're doing in your bedroom.
I don't want, yeah.
Please keep it to yourself. I love the show. Listen every morning. Finally, this from Suzanne. People who believe red traffic light means 3 more vehicles go through. Morons.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
A little traffic?
Just enough.
A smidge of traffic? Mm-hmm. Let me make sure there's nothing serious going on. Yeah, we've just got the usual slowage around Point of the Mountain, northbound I-15, coming into the Draper-Sandy area. But after you get past that, coming into downtown, looks pretty smooth. That's traffic.
What kind of a word is smidgen? I don't think that's really a word.
A smidge.
I don't think it's a real word, though.
Look it up. Let's see. We're going to take a break. Corey's concert community calendar coming up. Also, Boner Fight is on the way to determine Boner of the Day. Gina, would you tell us about Black Velvet Boutique?
They moved.
They have moved.
Remember, I've been telling you they were moving.
I knew they would.
They've moved.
I knew it.
And they're having a grand reopening at their new location, 595 South State Street in Clearfield. 595 South State Street in Clearfield. If you can't remember that from me telling you, I bet if you go to blackvelvetboutique.com, it will tell you there. They are open 7 days a week. Go check out the beautiful new Black Velvet Boutique, 595 South State Street in Clearfield. When it comes to sex, as with any healthy relationship, good communication is key. Being confident in the bedroom is sexy, and knowledge helps you get to your most confident, sexy self. Locally owned and operated sexual wellness resource. Go see the nice ladies at the all-new Black Velvet Boutique, 595 South State in Clearfield today. If you visit them and mention Radio from Hell, you get some special discounts. Black Velvet Boutique.
Hey, party people, I'm John Smith, and I have for you every single day a 1-hour nonstop music wingding.
I didn't see any of this. I just heard it secondhand.
I had a major breakthrough with Gina this weekend when we were in L.A. I got her drunk 3 times.
He did.
And it wasn't hard. Really.
It cost him a total of $10 for all 3 times.
Each time.
He's a cheap drunk.
Well, see, this is a little secret. You don't take a girl to dinner and then drinks. You always take her to drinks first.
Sure.
Because she's drinking on an empty stomach.
Yes, she is.
Now, you tell me what you remember, and I'll fill in the holes.
Well, I remember...
Because there were some things that she said that she doesn't remember.
I think you're making stuff up to make me think I was drunker than you think I am.
I'm not making anything up. I don't need to.
To make you thinker than I drunk I am.
Yeah.
So the first night we were there, Bill was with his family doing family stuff. So Carrie...
Every night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Carrie was babysitting me.
Because Gina has to have somebody babysit.
I was all alone.
Usually it's both of us, Carrie and I. And when it's Carrie and it's me babysitting Gina, it's like those old cartoons with the little devil on one shoulder and the good angel on the other shoulder. Carrie, of course, being the little devil.
Carrie's been trying to get me drunk for years.
Well, I begged you to start drinking.
Yeah.
And I say,
wasn't doing it on my own.
And I always say, no, you don't have to.
It's okay. So we go to Trader Vic's, which is in the hotel. It's
connected to
it's an old hotel, so there's no straight route to get to Trader Vic's. You have to wind through hallways and...
Because they never do things like that in new buildings.
No, well, it just...
Sure been around a lot, haven't you?
It was a circuitous route to get there.
Sure.
And we sit down, and Ben, the bartender, brings over the menu. And this is the menu of the drinks, not the menu of the food.
Trader Vic's famous for its big frou-frou
Fruity drinks. Drinks served in coconuts with parasols and giant chunks of, watermelon and pineapple.
You can buy Trader Vic's syrups and things
Yeah.
for drinks.
And I said, well, I'd like a margarita because that's whenever I do actually have a mixed drink, that's the one I have. And I said, do you think I can get
And she
one
doesn't
here?
have a real margarita. She has a snow cone, essentially.
Yeah, because a real margarita is not blended.
No.
So I said, well, I'd like that. And Carrie said, well, I'm sure he can make you that. And I said, no, I'm here. I'm going to order something off the
You
menu.
go, girl.
So
Empowerment.
So she ordered, what was it? I don't remember
know.
what it was
It
called. Some kind of rum punch thing.
Yeah.
Come on. You don't know
I don't remember what it was called.
Okay.
It was it was in a tall glass. It was red. It looked like Hawaiian punch.
Had umbrellas and
Had a
fruit
chunk of
and-
pineapple and all that stuff.
Okay.
And I had one.
Yeah.
And this is before the food. And then Carrie ordered another, and he made me get another. And that was it.
That was it. She was gone.
Where did she go?
Empty stomach, drink and a half. She was in outer space.
I was giggling, and I kept leaning on you, I think.
You did.
Did I touch you a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then you told me after the fact that I was saying
I want you to
things.
tell me what you remember. Then I will fill in the holes. What do you remember after that?
I remember I ordered a steak.
Uh-huh.
And
You like the steak.
The
you
steak
ate
was
you ate it
good,
all.
Yeah. And, lettuce wraps. I had some lettuce wraps.
She was proud of the fact that she had a lettuce wrap.
Yeah.
And this is all after one drink.
Yeah.
I had a fortune cookie with a misspelling on it.
Oh, did you save that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I have that. That's all I remember, really.
You remember going back to the room?
Did you
Or
guys
did
go
you-
back to the same room?
Or did you just wake up in your room?
No, I went back there somehow.
You went back to your room and then you watched Dances with Wolves.
Oh, that's what I did.
That's what you do remember.
Because it was on HBO. Although I always have to turn it off when the white man comes, because that's when it gets sad.
I always have to turn it, which implies, of course, that she
she's seen it more
watches it
than once.
over and over and over again.
Okay.
So that's what I remember.
That's what you remember. Okay.
What is she leaving out?
A lot.
What?
Giggling uncontrollably.
About?
Being drunk.
This is.
I'm a naughty girl.
This is a drink and a half.
And I kept calling
I'm not
her.
exaggerating.
All I had to do to elicit, not kidding, 3 minutes worth of uncontrolled giggling was call her Drinky McWeather. That was all I had to do.
Well, see, it's working now, and she's sober, so I think she's sober.
I have muscle memory from
Drinky McWeather.
How would it be possible for you to have muscle memory? It would imply muscles.
That's right. All through the rest of dinner, she just kept laughing when she wasn't eating, and she kept saying, "I'm not a cheap date. I'm not a cheap date." I said, "No, Gina, of course you're not. You drank on an empty stomach. It's more efficient that way."
But I never do. I'm
not a cheap date. I'm not a cheap date.
I never do that. I surprised myself how drunk I was on so little alcohol.
Now, the other thing she left out was when she was sober. When we were walking to Trader Vic's, that long walk that she talked about, there's a very long hallway to
Right.
get there.
Yeah.
So now she's plastered, and we're heading back to the room. And she stops at the entrance to this long hallway, kind of teeters a bit, steadies herself with her elbow up against the wall of the hallway.
Good Lord.
And
you remember
says-
this? Yeah.
And says, "Man, that's a long hallway."
I had to work up the courage to walk down it.
Well, apparently your bar manager, Mr. Ben Chung at Trader Vic's at the Beverly Hilton, Mr. Ben Chung being the bar
That's who
manager.
waited on us.
Was it really?
It was
Chung?
Ben.
He's famous.
He's he apparently mixed you a fine drink.
Yes, he did.
Ben Chung. He's famous. He cared. He made my Mai Tai with love.
He
Ben
did.
Chung did.
I saw him add the
Because I
love.
went there later and had someone else mix me another Mai Tai, and it wasn't as good.
Wasn't Ben.
Ben's the guy.
Well, you should have taken it up with the general manager, Mr. Chai Rohana.
Also a good man.
Yeah.
I saw him. I saw the name Chai on his name
There
tag,
you
and I
go.
and I
C-H-A-I.
chuckled because I was like, I love to drink chai.
Yeah.
I wonder if he uses that.
He's the
Anyway,
general manager.
so I get her to her elevator because she was in a different wing of the hotel than we were. Get her to her
I
elevator.
don't remember this part at all.
She took my hand as if she was going to kiss it.
You're making this.
I'm not making this up. And said, Thank you so much, Carrie Jackson. Thank you.
Good Lord.
I'm not making that
And
part
then,
up.
and given that, you put her on an elevator by herself?
I thought she'd be okay.
I'll bet she slept in the hall outside of her room for a good 2 hours.
I made it back and watched Dances with Wolves.
For a while.
So the second night, I got her drunk out at the El Torito Grill, and she got in the car, and after she made me take her to Cheesecake Factory to get a slice of cheesecake to go.
Well, we were on our way.
We were there.
She says, I'm going to get this, I'm going to eat it on the way home, she said. Well, she laid down in the back of the car and fell asleep.
I didn't eat it.
And then didn't eat the cheesecake because it had been out too long. Yeah. Third night.
You said I snored.
Yeah, you did. It was so. She has a cute little snore. It's funny. And then the third was I got her drunk on good margaritas at Tortilla Joe's in downtown Disney, and made her walk around Disneyland drunk.
3 nights in a row.
You're still hungover, aren't you?
Not only do I never do that, I certainly have never done it 3 nights in a row.
Wouldn't you like to do it again now that you've done it?
I can be Drinky McWeather all the time.
You can do that at home every night if you want.
No, that's just sad is what that is.
Why? I do it.
You call it sad, I call it fun.
Yeah, but you're not alone.
I call it relaxing.
You're not alone. It's sad when you drink alone.
You have a son?
Yeah.
Honey, go get Mommy a drink.
Go get Mommy a Mai Tai out of the fridge. One of the cans of Trader Vic's.
I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect margarita. Dresden Dolls, because...
What?
Well...
It's a little bit of a stretch.
A bit of a stretch, yeah.
One of the members of Dresden Dolls is married to Neil Gaiman.
Who we'll be talking about shortly.
We'll be talking about in a moment.
One of the politest ends to a potty break I've ever heard, by the way.
So.
Very gentle end.
Yes.
It is Corey's Concert and Community Calendar. It is sponsored, right?
It is sponsored.
I'm always looking for a gentle end to a potty break. Always.
Always. Every time.
It doesn't always happen, but...
Sometimes it's terrifying. It's brought to you by Live Nation, and more on that now, because they're the first event of the week.
Oh.
Good Charlotte at the Complex tonight.
That is tonight, isn't it?
Still bringing out your teenage angst and theirs. The Madden Brothers at the Complex.
There you go.
Is one of them still married to...
Yes, you said last time
Richie?
They're all still married.
Not Richie, but...
Everybody's
Ricci.
still married.
Christina Ricci.
Not
and,
Christina Ricci.
Who?
Lionel.
Nicole Richie.
Nicole Richie, and then one of them was married to
Cameron
Diaz.
And
They're
everybody's
all
still
married?
married. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know who said they weren't married, but everybody's
people.
married.
They're faithful.
Okay.
Happy people.
Yeah.
Also, because it's 90s night, tomorrow night we've got Local H at Urban Lounge.
Local H.
Bound for the Floor, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We nearly played that. Until we decided to go even further.
I was
Down
in the room for the
rabbit
discussion.
hole. Yes. Friday comedian Nikki Glazer will be at Wise Guys through Saturday night.
She's
2
very
shows.
she's very funny.
Fantastic.
She's still married to Benji Madden?
I don't know.
No, it's I got that mixed up. I'm sorry.
All right. Saturday, Slug Magazine's Brew Stillery at the Union Event Center. If you needed another reason to drink local spirits and beers.
Brew Stillery?
Brew Stillery. Union Event Center. There'll be games and art and food and music and all the things that go with Brew Stillery. Neil Gaiman, as we mentioned, will be at the Eccles Theater on Thursday night. Goth Prom at Area 51.
Goth Prom.
Yes, Goth Prom. Seems like a good way to end Neil Gaiman's show. Like, if you go to that show, you go right to Goth Prom right after.
You could go dressed as a Sandman character to Neil Gaiman and
Absolutely.
then go to Goth Prom. And
Look, it
or
all
American
works.
Gods.
Or, yeah.
Whatever you're into.
Because the character in Sandman, she
Death.
was inspired by a woman who was here in Salt Lake.
Who dressed goth.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I need to read Sandman. That's what I just learned.
It's quite good.
Good. All right. Pray for Snow at Commonwealth Room. It's, some bands, some brews. Waiting for the snow, I guess. I mean, Brighton opens tomorrow, so that's another thing I guess
Oh,
you can
that's
put on your
right.
list. Yeah,
I
maybe
got
that's
that
out there.
email, yeah.
Sunday, and our final event for the week, picture your pets with Santa at the Humane Society. You go down. It's $30. You make an appointment. You go down. You get a photo with your pet with Santa.
And it's a donation to...
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a donation.
nice.
It goes to
Like
benefit
it.
the work that they
Everything's
do.
good.
And it's the real Santa Claus too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pets would know.
Yeah.
Your dog would absolutely know if it was
Absolutely.
not the real Santa. So,
Absolutely.
short list this week.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all.
So so we didn't even introduce you. It's such a short week.
That's how short it was.
I introduced him, but I didn't do the full introduction.
No, you didn't. You just went, here's Corey.
Well, as Shakespeare said, brevity is the soul of wit. So
Yeah.
I don't know if anything
All
there
right,
was witty,
get out
but it was
then.
short. All right, fine.
There it is. Listen, if you want to be informed of everything that Corey brings to us, you can text the word events to 33986, and it'll be delivered to your phone. And then you can also find it at x96.com every week, and there you go. Now
Just like that.
Now you can get out.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see now. It's coming up. We've got Boner Fight, a reasonable amount of news. Mary Nichols is going to be here from Channel 2.
Oh, I better clean up a little.
Yeah, brush off there. And all that and more on the way. Quip.
That's your toothbrush.
My electric toothbrush. Quip. GetQuip.com/X96. And I quipped this morning. I quipped in the evening. After supper time. Quip is
a bon mot or a toothbrush?
Toothbrush. Quip is a better electric toothbrush created by dentists and designers. It's got a built-in 2-minute timer pulse. It goes off every 30 seconds to remind you when to switch sides. That way you get a full even clean, because a lot of people, 90% of us don't brush for the full 2 minutes. Think about it. Do you really think that you brush for the full 2 minutes?
Probably not.
All right. That's why this thing helps you very much. It helps you clean evenly, too, because of the 30-second pulse that reminds you when to switch sides. And the brush heads are automatically delivered on a dentist-recommended schedule of every 3 months, and they're only $5. Many of the reasons that I love Quip and why they're backed by over 20,000 dental professionals. Quip starts at just $25. If you go to getquip.com/X96 right now, you'll get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush. Remember to do that /X96 so that you get the deal and we get the credit. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/X96.
He works late a couple nights a week, and then I'm in charge of dinner.
That means Olive Garden.
Which is a laugh.
Which me in charge of dinner is never me making dinner.
It's Olive Garden.
You could learn. You're not stupid. You could learn. It's not. No, it's probably too late for you.
Listen, there are a limited number of recipes that you can do with meat and bread. And
No.
that's...
And my kids will tell you this story if you ever have them. What does your mom make you for dinner? And you know what they will tell you? Mac and milk.
Mac and milk?
Because a while ago I went to make mac and cheese for them.
We have people who work for the Division of Child and Family Services listening to this show. I'm not sure you want to tell this.
And because I don't eat mac and cheese, I don't think, really. So you boil the pasta, and then I measured out the milk.
This is for the boxed.
Yeah, to put the
crap
powder in.
that any moron can do.
Yeah.
That at 8 years old
Yeah.
I was doing.
And I poured the milk into the noodles, and I put it on the table, and the kids, all three of them, sitting there, and they said, did you put the cheese?
Where's the cheese?
back in?
It's just powder. It's cheese powder. Where is it?
I forgot to put it in the milk and mix it up.
So you are stupid. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's impossible for you to learn to cook.
Yes.
You could do it.
But my husband does such a good job.
But that burden falls upon you to give succor to your family.
can have pizza twice a week.
Gina, to nourish and strengthen their bodies.
That doesn't hurt them to have pizza twice a week.
You're a disappointment. I'm surprised you snagged a husband.
I am too.
Well, everybody.
And he's such a good guy. He wouldn't divorce me now that he knows the truth.
Even though he was duped.
This is now a pity marriage.
All the way.
I'm married.
I got him to marry me quickly.
Now I'm married to you out of pity. I got to stick with you because you wouldn't survive.
Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
Remember that info. You're going to need it here in about 6 minutes to vote for Boner of the Day. Before we get to that, a reasonable amount of news brought to you by
the news you trust from the most experienced team in Utah. Why, one of the team members is coming in to see us in a few minutes.
That's right.
2 News. Check out the new KUTV.com.
Well, it's Megyn Kelly.
Yes.
Her exit from NBC's Today Show.
Mm-hmm.
It's been great for ratings. Viewers are returning to the 9 a.m. hour of Today. Variety reports that since Kelly was canned about 3 weeks ago, viewership in the key demographic favored by advertisers in that time period is up about 10%. The news will perhaps not surprise NBC brass, who saw viewers abandon the time slot in droves after Kelly took over from Tamarin Hall and Al Roker in 2017. Anecdotally, Today also saw a spike in viewers after it fired Matt Lauer last November. Perhaps NBC News just needs to keep its firing. It needs to keep firing its most highly paid staffers till it's unbeatable. It's Matt Lauer. People didn't like him. Before the things came out about him. It's just that he was not pleasant. He was not a pleasant person.
I never got why he made so much money. I didn't know people that just loved Matt Lauer.
Really?
Yeah, I never got that.
I never thought that people did love him.
Yeah, it's.
I don't think they did. I think most people found him.
They paid him a lot of money for what?
Yeah, I think people found him unpleasant. Fans of Jaden Smith.
Who? Again, are there fans
and Tyler,
of
the Creator.
I have the same comments on this one.
On Sunday, while performing on stage at the Camp Flog Gnaw Music Festival. The Camp Flog Gnaw Music Festival. In Los Angeles, Jaden Smith enthusiastically told concertgoers that Tyler, the Creator, is his boyfriend.
Okay.
I just want to say, Tyler, the Creator, is the best friend in the world, and I love him so effing much.
Is he a boy that's a
and
friend?
I
or
want
is
to tell
he
you guys something. I want to tell you, Tyler doesn't want to say, but Tyler's my mother effing boyfriend.
So,
and the
so
crowd,
boyfriend or a boy
no,
that's a friend?
Boyfriend.
Okay.
He
was my boyfriend.
While the crowd greeted the claim with cheers and sounds of shock, Smith said, and he's been my mother effing boyfriend my whole effing life. Tyler, the Creator, is my effing boyfriend. It's true. Tyler, who was in the crowd, looked somewhat taken aback by this announcement.
I would think so.
Waving his finger at the audience to signal, no, not so much. Later, Smith tweeted to Tyler, yup, Tyler, the Creator. I told everyone, you can't deny it now. Tyler tweeted back, ha, you're a crazy N-word man. It's unclear if the buds simply have a deep bromance or an actual romance. I'm past caring.
You've already cared too much.
Yes. Mitt Romney was in Washington for orientations. That means that they have to get his gyro going, right? The Utah Republican will replace Senator Hatch. He received a temporary office in the basement. It's hard to get his Wi-Fi going down there.
Mitt doesn't have Wi-Fi.
He's
hardwired.
Doesn't he have it implanted? Doesn't he have? No?
He's hardwired.
It's Senator-elect Romney. An MSNBC reporter caught Romney in the Senate Russell building, the Russell Senate building hallway, and asked him if Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker should recuse himself from the Robert Mueller investigation. Well, that's a really very important question, and I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to you about that, but not yet, not today. This is an orientation day, and I'm getting oriented. Now, just point me in the right direction, would you please? Romney also attended a meeting with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Last week, Romney tweeted that the Mueller probe must proceed to its conclusion unimpeded under Whitaker. Orientation briefings begin tomorrow and continue through after the Thanksgiving holiday.
Well, so he's answered the question. Why didn't he answer it?
I don't know.
Then when he was asked,
I don't know. There was something had gone haywire in the wiring, and he was unable to.
Human, I am here for orientation.
I need some rebooting.
My programming is.
We're having hot dog meat for lunch.
You had hot dog meat last night, didn't you?
I did. It was hot dog meat was very pleasing.
My servos can process hot dog meat.
So
I appear human.
A week after the election, the midterms, It looked like last Tuesday, it looked like a serious but not crippling setback for Republicans, and yet the picture has grown grimmer for the party since then as a more complete tally of votes has come in across the country. What looked like a modest Democratic majority in the House has grown to a stronger one. The party has gained 33 seats so far and appears on track to gain 35 or 40 once all the counting is complete. And Democratic losses in the Senate look less serious than they did a week ago after Kristen Sinema was declared the winner in Arizona on Monday. It now looks like Democrats are likely to lose a net of 1 or 2 seats rather than 3 or 4 as they feared last Tuesday. The underlying shifts in the electorate suggest that President Trump may have to walk a precarious path to re-election in 2020 as several Midwestern states he won in 2016 threaten to slip away, and once red states in the Southwest turn a purpler hue. The president's strategy of sowing racial division and stoking alarm about immigration didn't lift his party, and Democratic messaging about health care undercut the benefit Republicans hope to gain from a strong economy. David Winston, a Republican pollster, said his party should not use victories in the Senate to paper over severe losses with women, severe losses with young people and independent voters and Latino voters, and Democratic gains with suburbanites and seniors. We didn't lose the Senate, but losing by the margins that we did with a lot of other groups is not sustainable, Winston said.
It's Boner Fight with Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, here we are, the winner of round 1 going up against the winner from round 2. Round 1 was way, way back in the 7 o'clock hour. That was so long ago, I'm not sure I was even here. I can't picture myself that long ago. But apparently I was here and presented you some boner candidates, and this is the one that won. I'm here to tell you someone stole my bong. A man crashing his truck into a Mississippi courthouse, and he decided that was the best way to tell authorities that someone had stolen his drug paraphernalia. Now, that might have worked, but it was Veterans Day and the courthouse was closed. Boner candidate number 1. Going up against the winner from round 2, that one was titled The Cerebral Palsy Bridge. A boy in Canada with cerebral palsy was told to lie down in the water so that other students could use him as a bridge to walk across the water without getting wet. There you go. That's number 2.
All right, you've got to decide of these 2 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be boner of the day.
I can't predict a winner in this one.
1 or 2, you decide. The one that you think should win, remember the candidate number. Put that number in the message of a text, and then text that to 33986. That's all we need in the text is that single digit. The computer will count it that way. Or you can call. Looks like Autumn is taking votes in the producer's booth, 877-602-9696. Or go to x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Fight November 14 and vote there. If you don't see that box, refresh. It should appear. You've got 300 seconds to do it. This is Boner of the Day.
Start your workday at 10 a.m.
Hello, this is William Shatner, star of Rescue 911. I have friends who are currently suffering the personal agony of hair loss. Through them, I have learned the importance of investing in a high-quality wig or toupee. That is why, if I needed a hairpiece, I would visit
Carrie and Bill's Wig and Toupee Emporium.
Hi, we're Carrie and Bill, the Radio from Hell guys, and we're proud to be associated with worldwide celebrity wigs and toupees. It's the only non-surgical hair replacement center that offers toupees and wigs woven entirely from celebrities' hair.
Worldwide contracts to buy the hair of Hollywood's most hirsute celebrities. Then when the stars get a haircut or die, Worldwide is on hand to harvest the hair. The hair is then woven into a versatile, lightweight, comfortable wig, personally cut, fit, and styled for you. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
I lost my hair and scalp in an unfortunate encounter with an industrial blender. It was unsightly, and my confidence was at an all-time low. But when Dinah Shore died, Worldwide made me a wig from Dinah's hair. Now I'm so full of confidence, I may just go after Bert Reynolds.
After years of working at the toxic waste dump in Tooele, I began to notice a loss of most of my head and body hair. I gave Worldwide a call. They replaced the hair on my head with a wig made from Randall Carlisle's golden locks. And as an added bonus, they threw in a half a pound of Ed Asner's body hair for free. Now I am so confident I may just go after Kimberly Perkins.
This is William Shatner again. Please don't suffer with the torment and embarrassment of hair loss. Just look in the phone book for my friends at
Carrie Ann Bill's Wig and Toupee Emporium.
Please don't delay. Beam yourself up a full head of hair today.
Fun, innocent family show. Radio from Hell on Utah's original alternative X96.
All right, it's time to award Boner of the Day.
And it's brought to you in part by some grilled hot dogs and sauerkraut with a little side of beets and a beer.
Sounds good.
And Excel Automotive, repair radio from Hell's official auto mechanics. Don't buy a lemon. Try Excel Automotive's $50 bumper-to-bumper used car checkover before you buy. Limit 2 cars per $50.
So, number one was, I'm here to tell you somebody stole my bong. A man who crashed his pickup truck into a Mississippi courthouse, figuring that this was the best way to alert authorities that someone had stolen his drug paraphernalia. Unfortunately, the courthouse was closed. It was Veterans Day. Or it might have worked. That going up against boner candidate number 2, the cerebral palsy bridge. A boy with cerebral palsy up in Canada ordered to lie down in the water so that other students could use him as a bridge across a small stream. Don't know what the thinking was there, but it happened. Let's see. James won a T-shirt, a boner T-shirt. Wear it with pride, James. And the winner, of course, was boner candidate number 2, the cerebral palsy bridge.
And that is the boner of the day for November 14, 2018.
And if you're a guessing betting man,
yeah,
that might be the boner of the week.
Dave, the flower guy, will decide Friday about this time.
No. Look, we have guests in the studio. It's always a pleasure to see our delightful friend, Mary Nichols.
Good to be here, guys.
From Channel 2. And we have someone who's going to become a new friend of the program, I'm sure. It's Orly Bills III.
Hello.
Hi, Orly.
Hello. How are you?
Such a great name.
Thank
and
you.
Orly is a licensed, I assume.
Yes.
Clinical social worker.
For over a decade.
No, he just made it up.
Yeah. We don't let unlicensed clinical social workers in here.
Get a little closer to the mic.
Oh,
all right, thank you.
And we're going to talk about holiday stress. The holidays. I mean, it is a time when we have great fun, but it's also a time when people get kind of stressed out. Well,
a week from tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I mean, that's the beginning of it,
What?
right?
Bill, this morning, you were stressed out about that when we
I
talked
was.
about it's only a week away and you
Yeah.
got to think about the shopping you need to do.
Well, it is. It's difficult. I mean, I got the fruitcakes made yesterday, which was stressful. But now I got to think about. Well, we have our food drive we've got to do. But I have to make pies. I've got to start shopping for Christmas, and and it just gets.
See, and
tough.
I have the solution. We don't even need the licensed clinical social worker. Lower your expectations.
Exactly.
That's a good thing to do. But
Okay.
We put too much pressure on ourselves,
We
don't
do.
we? Yeah. We put way too much pressure on ourselves.
We're all different, too.
Yeah. And I think the input is cranked up around this time of year, too. From the music and the lights and the traffic and the fine. I mean, it all.
Sensory
listening to you.
overload.
Yeah.
Parties. You got to go to parties. You know, there's this party and that party.
Or do you? Is it okay to say no to some parties? Do you feel like you have to go to everything you're invited
Absolutely.
to?
We were just talking, Mary and I, about how it's okay to say no.
Yes.
To things.
I mean, no. Damn it.
Yeah, you can say no. If it taxes your mental health and you know that this is what it's going to do to you, take a pass. It's okay. People, your family will still love you. There might be a little blip of frustration, irritation, whatever, but it goes away, and you'll be okay, and you'll still be family. That's all right.
I kind of don't like the obligation of, and I hate to say this, but workplace parties.
Exactly.
The company holiday party.
You can opt out of that, too, right?
I think.
Yeah, but people worry, am I going to be in bad with my boss?
Well,
if I
there was
don't?
one time
That's true.
I opted out of the holiday party and I didn't get my bonus because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I nearly sued.
Have to be present to win. Yeah.
Sorry, you don't get your bonus this year if you didn't come to the party.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was mean.
That's a fun party.
Stressful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what kind of things should you do, though, other than drink to relieve holiday stress?
Well, and drinking, some people do. I mean, that takes the stress off, but it's a depressant.
It can contribute to stress,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it can. And we were kind of talking off air a little bit about the ripple effect it can have on people around you. If it is a problem, if it is a thing in your family, that it's a stressor. And when you see certain people starting to drink, it can do a lot.
Well, do you have some tips for us?
So
to help out?
a lot of these, the answers to a lot of these questions, I think, is it depends, because everybody is so different. Everybody's family, their kids, the culture of it is all so different. So you can't. I'm here to tell you guys can't control any of that. How they respond, how they react, what they think or do. You're only in control of yourself. So when you feel yourself getting that stressed out, that anxiousness, the white knuckle grip, the shoulder tense, and you can just feel yourself gritting your teeth, to take a moment to recognize that, tell yourself, oh man, I'm ramping up. I can feel it. And
are you listening to this, Bill?
What? Yeah. What? That's happening now. Bill, so here's my suggestion. Go, if you can find even just 5 minutes outside, in a quiet place, somewhere, anything, that will do a lot. Now, it doesn't make everything go away. The idea here, hopefully, is you can take some of the edge off.
So Gina will still be here.
Remember to breathe.
Take 5 minutes, get some quiet, and breathe. Just do some. There's lots of free apps out there that you can access with a little 5-minute breathing that you can listen to and do.
And feel your blood pressure go back down.
Yeah. I think the practice of mindfulness, I mean, it's an evidence-based practice that's gaining a lot of momentum.
I've been doing that Headspace app.
Yeah.
Good. It makes a big difference just taking 10 minutes at the end of the day to do that. It helps.
You're a lot less bitter.
Okay. And then I come back to work and it ramps up again. But at the end of the day,
no, I do meditation while I turn on the TV and get a cocktail and then I do my meditation. That's I mean it's really if you can find just 10 minutes for quiet space and just.
Well, and specifically holidays, a lot of times there's a competition. I have to have the best present. I have to have the prettiest tree. I have to, and it's all this competition or expectations of yourself. And I know we have a huge family. They're all in Seattle, and I used to stress about. I mean, Santa had to come at our house here, and he's going to come in Seattle, and I had to pack the kids and get everything. And my solution about 10 years ago, I don't shop until I get to Seattle.
I don't know why that's
stressful
stressful for
pack.
you, Mary.
I don't
Santa
have to
takes
ship.
care of that stuff. I don't know.
I don't have to do anything until I get there, and I take one day and I get everything done in one day.
You know, Channel 2, KUTV, you guys do a lot of great stuff online. Have you got some of this stuff online at your...
Well, Check Your Health also includes mental health. So, KUTV.com, and we have these guys from Intermountain and Department of Health that we've been working with for 25 years now. Check Your Health, 25 years.
Nice.
Good.
The promo has my mullet from the 90s. And
guys should really update that.
But KUTV.com, and click on Check Your Health, all the information there.
All right.
Breathe.
Thanks. We're out of time.
Remember to breathe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Orly Bills III. And
pleasure.
Always a pleasure to see you, Mary Nichols.
Thank you both.
Thanks for having us.
All right, we'll see you. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back. Got to tell you about ranlife.com.
Oh, yes. Ran Life. Listen, mortgages, they can be stressful, but not if you deal with Ran Life.
Oh, yeah. They take care of all of it, most of it for you.
Now, they're currently offering a free appraisal. That's really nice.
That can be thousands of dollars.
About a $400 thing, So anybody looking to do refinancing and pull money out of their home, it can be used for remodeling, to pay off high-interest debt, or to pay for Christmas or even a vacation. Appraised values are up, so Ran Life has recently helped a client, for instance, save over $700 a month by paying off high-interest credit cards and consolidating all of the family's expenditures into one low fixed interest rate. Not to mention save them a lot on taxes, because you can't write off credit card interest, but you can write off mortgage interest. So you get rid of the credit card debt, and then you put it into...
Oh, I see. Okay.
Get it?
Yeah.
So if you have more than your share of debt right now, but you do own a home with some equity, give Ran Life Home Loans a call, 801-478-4500, and ask to speak to a debt consolidation specialist. That's 478-4500, and save up to $400 on a home appraisal.
Radio from Hell has a new podcast.
It's the Radio from Hell Best of podcast.
It's the best segments from every Radio from Hell show.
No news, no weather, no traffic, just the best segments from each day's Radio from Hell show.
Jackson, Bill Allred, and Gina Barberi on X96.
All right, 9:50.
Got this email here, which I think is really charming. And I think we should do this.
Okay.
It says, my 2-year-old son, Oliver, loves the Sister Dottie theme song.
Oh, no.
which he hears on the way to daycare in my husband's car.
Oh, no.
Fortunately, my husband's car has a feature that allows him to rewind the radio.
Really?
So he can play it over and over when they hear it.
Well, that's fancy.
But we were wondering if you still have the full theme song that you used to play before you decided it was too long. Any chance you could send it to us so Oliver can listen to it to his heart's content?
Oh.
We could repay you with an adorable video of Oliver attempting to sing along with it.
Yes.
Thanks for making our mornings a little sunnier. Cheers, Emily and Aaron and Oliver. I think we ought to, if you'll send me a copy, an MP3 copy of it, I'll attach it and send it to them.
Well, can't we just play it now and refer them to the podcast?
It would just be, I'll just send it to them on an email. Be easy to do that.
I'd rather, because I don't want to hear it again.
Yeah.
You don't want to play it right now?
Richie says, Richie has just pop messaged me, says he's already taken care of it.
Oh, he's taking care of it.
He's going to do it.
Oh,
He'll
okay,
send it.
thank
Yeah,
you.
do that. That's good. And then we can...
I didn't want to hear the full...
But we will listen to it because we will need to listen to little Oliver singing along with it.
And you should play a little bit of it now since we've been talking about it.
So people can hear just a little of it.
A Mormon mother with a cool gay son, dicey opinions and sagely advised.
That's the shortest one.
And I always hear they sing a cool gay son, but I always hear a full gay son.
He's completely gay.
Yeah, a full gay son. That's what I hear.
When we got the jingle initially, it was like a 40-second sing with a 20-second bet at the end. Full lyrics, 40 or 45 seconds. And people complained that was too long. So we chopped it down to like 20 seconds of lyrics and then 10 seconds of music. People complained that it was too long still. And so then we cut it down to that 7 seconds.
I mean, Dave Evanoff, who did this for us, did what we asked him to do. We wanted it to be like the theme song to an old TV show,
which it is.
Yeah,
to explain the character.
Yeah, and he did that, and he did it beautifully.
I think it's lovely.
It's like a Gilligan's Island theme song, or
It explains the show.
Yeah,
the theme songs used to explain the shows.
Yeah. And so, anyway,
here's the story of a lovely lady.
Yeah.
Who was bringing up three very lovely girls. You know, they're doing that HGTV, a whole show on not restoring, because it was always a set, but making the inside of the Brady Bunch house look just like the Brady Bunch TV show.
So they used a real house for a shot of the
exterior.
The exterior, there was a real house, and it still exists. So they're going to restore that house and make
on the inside.
They make the inside of that house look like the sets of the Brady Bunch house.
HGTV bought it. Don't you remember this story?
Yeah.
Lance Bass was in a bidding war with HGTV
about the house.
Yeah. And they threw him a bone and said, "Okay, well, we're going to buy this, but we'll make you the host of this."
Oh, so he's the host of the show?
So he's going to be the host of
And then they're bringing in the Brady Bunch people?
So a lot of them,
I guess.
To do the show?
Are they going to redo the attic? Remember when Greg moved up to the attic?
He's a grown-up boy. He needs his own room.
You know, I
hope they go all the way up to the attic.
I never really watched that show, so I don't think the house is actually
the bushes
big enough.
where George Glass.
I don't think the house is really big enough, is it?
I wonder.
To do all of the rooms and stuff that they had.
Mr. Brady's, architect office.
Yeah.
That was off to the right.
He needed to be alone a lot.
Well, he was gay.
Alice's quarters.
What was that?
Alice.
Robert Reed, right?
Yeah.
Reed, yeah.
Are they going to have the payphone? Remember the episode where they had they should have a payphone.
Should have the payphone.
I hope that they ought to show that. I don't know if it's available. It probably is available on YouTube, where Robert Reed, the Medical Center, he did a 2-part episode of Medical Center where he played a guy who was undergoing a sex change operation.
Are they going to have Tiger's Doghouse? They should have Tiger's Doghouse.
Greg, you need to mow the lawn. I don't need to, Dad. It's artificial turf.
Well, they should have artificial turf.
They better
at the house.
remove the grass and put artificial turf in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do the promo and get out of here.
I'm going to go watch some Brady Bunch.
I never really watched that show because it was terrible.
Shut up.
What?
Shut up.
You're disputing the fact that it was a terrible show?
Yes. It's my that is my childhood you're crapping on. That is.
I'm sorry. It's easy to do. It was a terrible show.
On Thursday's Radio from Hell show,
it's Serena Williams trivia for Beat Gina.
So if you beat Gina, you could win Bassem Youssef tickets or Neil Gaiman tickets.
So look around the house for something that you can offer up for a prize to Gina.
And then listen to Radio from Hell at 7 a.m. on X96.
There you go.
Are you any better?
No.
Really?
I'm a little better.
No.
Not really.
No.
I feel great.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
But
you're not great.
But no.
I sound better than I normally do.
Even when you're well, you're not great.
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel fine.
Whoever you are.
Yes.
Sorry, Gene.
For some reason, like it's been almost a week, and I'm getting really tired of it.
Well, you probably should not be talking.
Well, that's kind of my job, dude. I have to. If I don't, Richie comes in and does it.
Oh,
Nobody
you
likes
don't.
that.
No, you don't want that. All right. What do you have?
I have
today, sir?
Muse tickets today.
Muse
at 2
tickets.
o'clock. That also, by the way, I didn't mention this yesterday, but that gets you qualified for a trip to Las Vegas to see Muse again.
Oh, I've already seen Muse. I don't need to go and see them
Oh,
again.
trust me, they are the greatest band in the world. I was supposed to go to 21 Pilots last night, but I didn't get to go because I'm sick.
Mm-hmm.
But Muse is by far and away the greatest show I've ever seen.
They really are good live.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Anything else?
Good Charlotte tickets.
They are tomorrow night.
Like it or Eat Me, and not one, but 2 Wingdings.
All right. Good enough.
And I probably won't be talking as much. So.
More incentive.
It's a plus.
Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Quit crapping on my childhood, Allred.
John Smith is next.
Don't bother.
X96.